Hey, what's good, people? Whether it's but at work and between class, while you're working out, or sitting on your ass, I want to welcome you to the CharlieGtv Podcast. Here we have so much to get into today. It's February 9th. The weather is warmer than it honestly should be. You know what I mean? And we got a lot to get into, man. We're talking about Blueface. We want to talk about Sukihana and her foolishness. Sexy Red just did some ridiculousness, too. A little bit about the Grammys. And something else that popped up that I can't quite remember right now. But before we get into all of that in the docket, you know, Charles has many headlines. I got to introduce the guest that we have on here this week. We have a great guest, all right? This is her first time coming up here. She is a fiery little one. Let me tell you something, all right? You guys are in for a treat this evening. Listen, let me let you know, she is a server extraordinaire. She is a queen of hospitality. You know what I mean? She has been doing her thing in Detroit, and I'm happy to give you the lovely energies of Virginia. Say what's up to the people. Welcome. Say what's up.
Oh, you make me feel so appreciated. Thank you.
Shout out to Virginia. Now, y'all see her socials popping up there. Go ahead and go follow her. Go antagonize her. So, Virginia, I'm happy to have you here today. We start every podcast off with Watch This Week. So, it could be a TV show, a movie. It could be, I don't know, a YouTube channel, maybe an Instagram person. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, it could be story time or something crazy happened this week, but what came across your consciousness this week that you want to relate to people? Is like a,
You know what's crazy? Like, so this is Black History Month, and I don't know, like, why every time during Black History Month we get the Malcolm X, Martin Luther King documentaries. I don't know. I feel like in white America, that's what they can accept as, like, our hero. They're like, okay, we can deal with those two.
Yeah.
However, anyway, I've been
and only part of those two. But
yeah. It's like, let me bring out all of the bad things they did, but let me show you they did this good, but we don't know if this was that good.
Yeah.
And they weren't good until we killed them. So
Muddy the
there you
waters
go.
a little
Yeah.
bit.
But I've been watching MLK and X Genius on is it the Discovery Channel? Yeah, I think so. But I stream it on Hulu. And it's been pretty good. And it's like I was talking to my friend Keith, and I said, you know, we both were like, I can't see anybody but Denzel playing Malcolm X.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but it's still
somebody
good.
else was playing him in that.
Yeah, and they knew nothing about like the wives, like Coretta Scott and the lady that paid Betty Shabazz. They said they knew nothing about those two, but it was like it's just still good to see different aspects of the story.
Yeah,
you know, so that's what I've been watching, and I've been trying to get my kids more into like Black history.
That's dope.
Going to second
That's
Ebenezer, like, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my thing. That's my
really
thing.
dope. That's really dope. So go check out the documentary on Hulu with the Malcolm X thing and get into that history, man. That's a really good recommendation.
Yeah.
That's really on point with it. You know what I mean? My watch this week. Do I have anything written here? Do I have anything written here? No, not really. I got the. You talk about the weather's really good. The weather's really good. You know what I mean? But my watch this week, if I had to give one, would be on the theme of Black history, and I think it is on Hulu too. If you haven't had a real appreciation for the Wu-Tang Clan, then go ahead and watch that Wu-Tang Clan series on Hulu. It is a very, very good series that I recommend, and it gave me a new appreciation for the group. You know what I mean? And even as a New Yorker, you might think you know everything, but that series really brings a different light to different things. So I definitely recommend it. So go enjoy another piece of Black history through that show. You know what I mean? It's a very good show. Have you seen it?
I love that series.
Yeah,
I
it's
do.
really good. It's really good.
It's really,
It's
like, Black ingenuity is something.
It's crazy.
It's something.
It's crazy. I love the hell out of that show.
Oh,
So yeah,
yes.
definitely recommend it. You know what I mean? But yeah. Next one we got up here, Blueface and Christian Rock. Oh my God. Now, these two have made headlines many, many times over the last couple of years. And I wanna say, let me refresh this because this can't be what I heard. I'm pretty sure there we go. All right. Yeah. Because first of all, I don't know who asked her anything on a subject like this. To be honest with you, she shouldn't be talking on a subject like this because she's not like ready for that. You know what I mean? But on the subject of Black history, I feel like there hasn't been many positive Black history, like Black present, not Black present stories right now. Like not many. Like I ain't heard Jay-Z come out with a major thing, or like you know, I haven't heard a major positive Black history thing happening, but I've heard major Black mess ups. You know what I mean? Like,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying? With Monique on her interview thing, with the thing getting a little messy there, and now she talking foolishness here. You know what I mean? And Sukihana went left with the. Did you see Sukihana's? I haven't seen the interview. All I seen was the highlights. But
Mm-hmm.
first, we on Christian Rock. So let me ask you this: what's your opinion on their relationship as a whole? Like, based on your perspective of what you see, because I know you got to be somewhat familiar with them.
Well, can I go back to where you said that you haven't seen anything about like black positivity against in this
Okay,
one?
okay,
Don't I think to some aspect we kind of perpetuate our own negativity
okay,
by the things that we repost
okay.
and we post. So I think our positivity belongs into what we clickbait on, because it's like it has a lot to. It's what we post and repost, and it's
Yeah,
like it's again questions and conversation about this, which isn't that important. And it's nothing like in a negative aspect, but it's like this is what's trending right now. This is what's
yeah, yeah.
popular right now,
I see what
and
you're
so
saying.
this is what we're gonna talk about. And
But for me to
like,
go find, for me to, I'd have to. But it would, what it would be is like maybe some festival. You know what I mean? But I'm just saying, for as far as in order to make waves, it would have to be the more powerful black voices, right? So if there was a powerful black voice like, I don't know, Obama, which people act like he just died or something, like he's still alive, you know. Anyway, like Obama, or like I don't know, I'll say like I had said Jay-Z, or maybe like I don't know, shit. I'll take it for 50 Cent. You know what I mean? Like any like, wow, Kendrick Lamar, or J. Cole, like, or Drake for that matter, or any, like, just name some prominent black man or woman. You know what I mean? That, I mean, Nicki Minaj is on straight bullshit right now. You know what I mean?
well, I don't get into the
Nicki
Barb situation. I
Nicki
don't.
Minaj.
Those they're crazy. They
Nicki
dox
Minaj,
people.
the women right now. I'm saying
Listen, they
the
dox
women in
people. I
hip
don't.
hop
It's
right
just not
now.
like
The women's side of black is not doing good right now, and
I
the
don't need
men.
none of my bad stuff to come up in social media. So I don't comment on that. No comment.
Why did it go come for you?
I'm on set. I'm a little person, so my information easy to find. And yeah, I'm all set. Yeah, I don't comment on things like that. That's just not my. Hey, Barb.
You
I
funny. Yeah.
appreciate
You
y'all.
leave it in the bar.
I'm just
I'm
gonna
gonna leave the
let
bars
y'all know that
alone.
right now. I appreciate
I ain't
y'all.
trying to come against the bars.
Shout out to my coworker Barb's. I appreciate you the most.
Yeah, we got a couple
Just
that go
know
hard.
that. Not a couple, a lot of them. Just know I appreciate you. Don't get me in this bull
No, no,
crap.
no, no. Well, what you call it? I'm just saying, it's a lot. You funny as hell.
You
Look at her.
started.
You media trained, huh? You media trained.
Man, you
I
have
didn't
no
know.
idea. No.
What you call
No,
it?
I'm not. You won't
You ain't
clickbait
falling.
me.
You tripping in that
No,
landmine,
no,
huh?
no, 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 no,
No.
no. You would not hear me. No, I don't. No, 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 no.
But how do you feel about their relationship?
Man, it's I just think it's like it's just played out in the media more than normal. But this is like crazy to say. These are normal relationships.
You feel that way?
I know that. I've seen that. These are normal freaking relationships. These are. I'm not saying that they're normal. They're abnormally normal. But these are relationships. This is the
It's the
toxicity
city I live in,
that
yo.
it's not just the city. Like it's just like the state of women right now. It's
Wh- wh-
like
Speak on that. What do you think? Speak on that. The state of
well,
women.
all of us have our own, you know what I'm saying, issues and things we need to determine within ourselves and love we need to give ourselves. And I feel like sometimes in relationships or situationships, we find instead of what our common value is, we find our common trauma. And
The,
that's what we build relationships on. We build a relationship on, oh, I can heal your trauma because I'm going through the same thing. And and vice versa, I'm gonna heal my trauma at the same time. And I
yeah,
don't think that we realize that that just causes us more trauma and more pain
yeah,
because
the
we
trauma
haven't
bond.
yeah, we haven't worked through what we need to work through. So it's like this is more common than none. And I've been through crazy, not this crazy. I don't know, I probably have. But like I've been through stuff that's like I'm not proud of that I went through.
Yeah,
However, I appreciate the lessons that I learned from those experiences because had I not gone through that, I probably wouldn't know what I like and what I don't like. And I'm still going through my own lessons.
yeah.
Like it's not
Life, you're forever a student of life. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah,
Life always has another lesson to teach you.
it
You know what
does.
I mean? There's always an extra level to reach. You know what I mean? And understanding and self mastery. You know what I mean? Because hey, we all have desires and different vices and different things that pull on us away from our path to self improvement that we have to fight against. You know what I
And
mean?
that's important though.
Yeah,
That's really more like, and that's how self improvement is how we basically, what I'm saying, like you said, we grow from ourselves, and that's
yeah,
like that's how we do it. But now, however, her speaking on this situation right here,
yeah.
I don't know what her political stance is. I just feel like this right here is a situation where when you start speaking on the war in Gaza and things, we all have our own opinion. And again, if we live in a world today that if we express our opinion, no matter right, wrong, good, indifferent, what this side
Yeah,
believes,
yeah, yeah.
we just can't. It's gonna be brought out to somebody gonna think some
Yeah, oh
negativity
yeah,
into
yes.
it.
You gonna make
Period.
somebody
I
mad.
don't.
You gonna make
I'm gonna
somebody
piss
mad.
somebody off. So I'm
Some of
gonna
you,
get.
there's no way to give an opinion on this
Yeah.
and not
I
piss somebody
mean,
off. It's too touchy. It's
it's
too
just
touchy.
this
It's
is
one of
life
them
right
subjects.
now.
It is
It's
what it is.
it's
Yeah.
literally life right now. It's like, could you? Oh my
My
gosh.
my 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 my, my view of it, honestly, from an outsider perspective, some people might get mad at me because it's a little plain. My view, but just looking at it, here's what I can see: who's got more money? Who's got more allies? If it's between Israel and the Palestinians, Israel got way more money. Israel got way more powerful allies. You know what I mean? Israel is 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 the home of the Jewish people. You know what I mean? And that's all I have to say about that. You know what I mean? You can't say nothing bad about them. Nothing. All right. So that's and America and is back in Israel. All right. Palestine is like some a group of people outside there, but the only people back in Palestine is like people holding up banners and protesting in the streets. You know what I mean? And so like basically looking at that, I know how one group can overpower a lesser powered group. You know what I mean? So I'm looking at Palestine like they're the underdogs. So I know who has more military might. I know who has more. It's Israel. You know what I mean? They're built like that. You know what I mean? So all I would ask for is like whoever has more power or more, they should be more, you know, merciful in my opinion. You know what I mean? It's like if a guy I know I could beat up is giving me attitude, you know what I mean? Like that doesn't mean I should just knock his lights out. You know what I mean? Like I don't have nothing to prove. I'm not gonna gain nothing from beating him up. You know what I mean? I should try to find a way to come to a more peace as opposed to just using my mic, just doing all that. Like that's not the right way to do things. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
as much as Palestine may have thrown the first stone, you know what I mean, with the 12, y'all done 4x it, you know what I mean? So, whatever. You know what I mean? But her, let me hear her. She was killing me, dog. I was trying to follow what she was saying. I was like, maybe she had a point, God. Maybe she had a point. But dog, I couldn't, man. She was killing me.
So that's why it's happening right there. Like all them people that's bowing down with them carpets that's on the floor, they bowing down to a God that said to worship his son, to accept his son first. So and then they making big palaces of it. Like, like they really standing and sticking behind it. Like they made laws about their religion. So I'm kinda like where Jesus was born at, they over there believe in something that's totally have nothing to do with him. Right? Or
Yeah.
no. Cause like I seen videos where they pray at is cockroaches and infested with like, so what is God trying to tell us? That's what
What?
I that's what I want to know from this whole situation. Like, what is the message behind the chaos? Like, yeah,
Well,
we
that's a
know
good
war to
question.
war, but it's like, okay, things always happen for a reason, and it's happening. What is the reason behind it? Not the economic, the political. They don't believe in Jesus.
You think it's happening because on one hand she thinks it's happening because they don't believe in Jesus. On the other hand, she's wondering why it's really happening. Like why? What was the reason behind it? You know what I mean? All right.
But like with her saying even that, it's like you can see she has some like, okay, knowledge of the Bible. Because if you go to the book of, I don't know, is it Revelations? I could be wrong. But anyway, we are in the last days of things. If you
So they
believe in
say. So
things
they
like this, because
say.
nations will be against nations. And right now, it's nations
But
against
nations have been against nations before.
Not to the and then, but again, it's this power repeating itself. The
Yeah.
America is becoming to be the less stronger power at this point in time.
Yeah, it's sad to say.
More
Everyone
and more
could
and
feel.
more.
Damn, you feel that way too,
Look
right?
at our president
That's
in the state of
sad.
affairs, and look at not even like look at that. Look at this presidential race that's coming up. That's going to be coming up. This is crazy because you have people. I'm one of the ones that's like, and I know this sounds horrible, and it probably is what it is, but I really don't feel comfortable with voting because
Why?
voting has gotten me nowhere.
You feel like voting has got you nowhere.
Voting has gotten me nowhere because we are of that, as you spoke of, that lesser power.
Yeah.
The mighty power has said, hey, this is what we're doing, and we're going to promise you this, but we're not going to give you this. And then when you fight for this, you're wrong for fighting for this. So it's like, how much do you tend to take? And I know that sounds horrible, but that goes back to like,
When's the last time you felt like voting might have been worth it? What was there ever a candidate that swayed you?
No one necessarily swayed me, but I feel like I felt voting was worth it when I didn't want Trump. Yeah.
So you voted against Trump?
I voted against Trump and Hillary for her hot sauce.
Oh my!
I really did. Okay.
Oh my God.
Jay-Z and Beyonce had me out there with her. All right, I'm not even gonna lie.
Okay.
And
you didn't want Trump to win. I understand. I understand.
And then when I voted for the Biden and Kamala regime, I said, okay, this may make sense. But then again, no. When you
So you pop out on the presidential.
I pop out. Well, okay, yeah, I do. I am that.
Yeah.
I'm a fair weather friend and a fair weather voter.
Yeah, but on the presidential, she pop out. This president, it might be worth my time. I pop out on the presidential.
Hey y'all.
I leave them locals alone. Whatever they do, what they gonna do. But I pop out on the presidential.
Yeah. I vote for mayoral.
Mayoral. Okay.
Yeah.
All
Duggan.
right.
I'm not gonna lie. I voted for Duggan.
He dug it. He in there. There you go. You won.
I know. That's the only time my win didn't count.
Yeah. What? Your win counted.
Look at my city.
Oh my God.
I can't afford to live here.
Well, he did too good a job, I guess. Maybe
not for me.
Oh my God.
Insurance is still high. Taxes is out the roof.
Insurance went down a little bit.
Yeah. Okay. When
if they did something,
when you happy about that, then in Detroit, that's crazy. It's probably $10, and that's nuts.
It went down a little bit. He did something at one point. I remember because my insurance came, and then I don't know. I think it was actually the lady Gertrude. What's her name? Greenwich. You know what I'm talking about?
The governor.
Yeah, she.
Oh, wow. I voted for her too.
Yeah,
the woman you can't remember.
Yeah,
the woman that gave you the tax incentive check for paying your insurance.
Yeah, I'm about to say. I was supposed to say the $400. Yeah, $400. I appreciate that, Miss Governor Whitmore, right? Governor Whitmore, my bad.
Not Whitmore that wear the buffs. Oh my gosh. How do you not?
I got it wrong?
G-Mac got a whole song about her, and he just didn't know. The lady.
The lady
up there. Well,
listen, I'm just sorry.
It's okay. It's Black History Month. You can forget them.
Yeah, right.
Not to be that person and not to be rude like that. Not to say it like that.
Wow.
I'm sorry. I don't want to get canceled before I get started. Yeah, it's Black History Month.
We speaking of Black History Month. We gonna drink some black-owned Douce, right? Right.
Douce.
Right.
Jay-Z at the Grammys.
Let's talk about that.
Kanye'd it. I'm sorry. Is that on your pod list?
It's a saved. I'm pretty sure
I didn't watch the whole thing, but okay, you gonna find it. This is cool.
Someone's banging on the door. I'm sorry. It just threw me off. I'd like to help him, but I'm currently recording. I could pause it, but there's other people in the parking lot.
It's the city of Detroit. It might be a gun outside.
Yeah. I'm gonna hold it down. Although I'm ready for when I'm
It's
stuck.
okay. It's okay.
Let me see.
As long as mercenaries don't come shooting in here looking for
But
you.
yeah, luckily I was prepared with that with Jay-Z.
They're banging a lot. It's just bang, it's shaking the mics.
Okay. Anyway, I apologize. Yeah, just a little kerfuffle going on in the hallway.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? As we were doing, we were about to talk about Jay-Z, but before we do talk about Jay-Z, we was going to take a shot of Douce, so I invite you guys out there. Take a toke, you know what I mean? Take a shot, you know what I mean? Make it hot, you know what I mean? Cheers to Black History Month and a lovely pod, if I do say so myself. Cheers.
If you don't say, thank you.
Oh, oh.
Oh, Snoop That's Rose Weed came to Detroit today. I think it was
He
Detroit
did?
today or either yesterday.
He
Yeah.
came to Detroit?
Yeah.
I didn't
Michigan
know.
ground.
Michigan, making it happen. We got Snoop in town. We got Snoop. We
Mm-hmm.
got Snoop out here. But yeah, here we go.
Obviously, it's subjective because, it's music and it's opinion based. But, some things, I don't want to embarrass this young lady, but she has more Grammys than everyone and never won Album of the Year. So even by your own metrics, that doesn't work. Think about that. The most Grammys, never won Album of the Year. That doesn't work. Obviously, it's subjective. Some of you gonna go home tonight and feel like you've been robbed. Some of you may get robbed. Some of you don't belong in the category. No, when I get nervous, I tell the truth. But outside of that, we got to keep showing up. And forget the Grammys for a second. Just in life, as my daughter sits and stares at me nervous as I am, just in life, you got to keep showing up. Just keep showing up. Forget the Grammys. You got to keep showing up. Until they give you all those accolades you feel you deserve. Until they call you chairman. Until they call you a genius. Until they call you the greatest of all time. You feel me?
I feel that.
Second, just in life.
I did as even watch it till now. He did his thing on that. He did his thing on that.
You gotta love that.
I gotta love that.
You
man.
gotta appreciate that. Like it's 2024.
Yeah.
The Grammys.
Yeah.
I was looking at like when they used to do the AMAs and stuff like that, and it used to be like the Black Song Awards.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. I was watching the
Soul Awards.
Yeah, it used to be. I watched the We Are the World documentary, and like those like things popped up, and it's crazy how like our genre of music was placed by our color.
Yeah.
That's so hurtful.
Yeah, like black music or
this is black music. Yeah, and it's like, how is that even a thing? Because I feel like African American music or black music is all music.
It is.
If you go back,
it's all been stolen from.
Yes. I used to take songs from.
We're the most rhythmic people on the damn planet, and they can't deny
it's crazy.
They can't. It's always been the case, and it's always going to be the case. This is what it is.
It's sad.
You can't stop it.
It hurts.
And when I came out to Detroit, I realized how true that was when I seen just how much y'all be hustling out here.
Man,
y'all killing it.
Hustle different.
Yo, but yeah, I'm talking about the
shit different.
Dog, I all my parties in New York, I never had to deal with that until I moved out here. Do you know how to hustle?
Man, a little bit.
A little bit. a little
I
bit.
can hustle enough. I can hustle enough to get through.
Enough not to bump into people.
Bingo. Unless I'm drunk enough. If I'm drunk enough, I'm definitely gonna bump into you. Like when I'm drunk, I'm the girl that's like, I need to do that. And that's horrible. But like,
that's funny.
I don't like. I have a good time. I feel like honestly, because we work so hard in Detroit, like realistically, this city done been through some stuff.
It has.
So it's like we have to like let go.
You gotta loosen up a little. Detroit loves to party. Detroit has a serious party scene. It does.
But it's like where do you go to party though? Because like where do you go to have a good time? Like what place? What's your good time go to place in Detroit?
Me personally,
I don't care if it's like restaurant, club, bar. Yeah, you personally.
All right. I haven't gone out in Detroit that much.
Okay.
But,
me neither.
But if I had to pick two spots that if I was gonna go out, I'd probably try to go to. One spot is for sports, just chilling, and that's Motor City Casino. Because Motor City Casino is gonna give you free parking. When you pull up. So you pull up, you spend no money. Then you walk all the way in the casino and you back in the FanDuel section because you betted on the games and they got all walls of TV and you're looking at every game that's on and you still spend no money. And then if you drink beer or whatever, you can maybe spend $7, $6, $5 on a little beer draft, or you get a little liquor for maybe $12. You know what I mean? And
cheat code.
And if you go there a little bit early enough, they're gonna have the gourmet hot dogs, which I still haven't gotten yet, but I've heard legendary stories about. We got all types of different toppings that you want. You know what I mean? It's only for like $4 or $5 for the hot dogs made fresh from the dude right there. You know what I mean? So you get a hot dog, a beer, enjoy the game, and you probably could get out of there for about $30, honestly, and have a hell of a night. You know what I mean? So I recommend Motor City Casino on some game nights.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So if not that, then it'll probably be Floods. If I'm trying to go to the club,
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know if you ever seen me her
Yeah,
Floods.
I know. I've been to Floods a couple of times on Sundays. Is
yeah,
that where
yeah.
you go? You're such a hood rat.
I go to, you know what I mean? My homie O Cole, yeah, he'd be like, we going down. Hey, yo, Brooklyn, Cole, yo, come on, Brooklyn, we going down
Get all
there.
gussy up.
You know what I mean? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Put on some, you know what I mean, ice cream, some
it.
shit. You know what I mean? So go down there and see what's up, you know what I mean?
I love the way you hang out.
Yeah, so those are the two spots. If I'm either gonna chill at the Motor City Casino or I might go to Floods with one of some of my homies. You know what I mean? There's a couple other spots like I've been in celebrities or starters or like a couple other spots, but on the locker room. You know what I mean? But really I fuck with the Motor City and the Floods. How about you?
So I don't hang out. Let me preface by saying that.
Lies.
No, I really don't. I'm a go out to eat person.
Okay, you like to go out to eat.
So I love to go out to eat. So, but
that's not. Can I give a go out to eat recommendation then?
Go ahead. No. I wasn't gonna give a go out to eat recommendation.
You wasn't?
I wasn't.
Right,
I was not.
continue,
I was.
continue.
But however, when I go out into a bar, it's crazy. But I just don't go too far from my house. So I go to the Elbow Lounge on Mac.
Okay.
Like it's over there between the Boulevard and I think Baldwin.
By Mac?
It's on Mac. Like when I tell you, like it's this.
No, but I'm saying, do you live by Mac?
I don't stay too far. It's like I don't.
Because I stay like
I still know East.
I done had two people that represent that rep Mac heavy. You know,
Yeah.
on here. Like Mac.
No. I stay on Warren.
All right.
However, like I go over there, I go to Elbow Lounge, and it's just like a cool little hole in the wall bar. You know, and I just go there and drink beer.
What is it like? Do they have a DJ? Do they have
they
floor?
have a DJ on Fridays and I believe Saturdays. Right? Their dance floor is not a dance floor, but it's a dance floor. You know, they have a pool table in there, and I mean the bar is a bar, but it's like it's cool because it's like a nice homey spot. You know?
Yeah.
And it's like
it's chill.
You know, no one knows me there. So it's like a nice vibe.
You like that?
Because if I go downtown, 9 times out of 10, people were kind of like, be like, "Oh, that's Virginia."
Like if you go to Floods, someone might recognize.
Well, I don't know. They probably wouldn't recognize me in Floods because, that's Floods.
Okay, that's what. Yeah.
Not to be that person. It's just I'm a horrible black-owned restaurant person.
Wow.
Yeah, it's the truth.
Who? So what is a black-owned? I've been to They Say one time, but I only went into like the little section with the bar.
Yeah.
I only had like some wings.
Which They Say did you go to?
The one that was down the block from the place I used to work at Atwater Brewery.
Okay, so I was gonna ask you the one on Atwater. Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah, I've been there a couple of times. That's the like old school one though.
Yeah. I went there one time. I didn't go to. Apparently they have a dance floor somewhere with live music. They have someone told me they have multiple floors or something like that. And They Say. But I only went to like the little main spot.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah, they have. Someone told me they had a dance floor somewhere. They have multiple like levels or something. Okay. They Say. But I only been to the little bar there, which was cool. I had a little game on. I enjoyed it. I had a good time there. The wings was alright. Wings was good.
The wings are good. They Say.
Wings was good. Wings are good. They Say. I recommend.
They're good.
You know what I mean? But Jay-Z did his thing there. And I appreciate his message there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because we are under appreciated in this community. Just like how
you have to get up on the mic. You killing me.
Oh, I'm sorry. Just how they say what's his name? Kelsey what's the Kansas City Chiefs?
Yeah.
Invented the fade? What?
Yeah,
that
they killing me with that.
I almost died.
Lil Boosie should have himself.
When I said
should have got up and been like the Lil Boosie should have been like, listen, I didn't invent the fade.
What?
But the Boosie fade is a thing. All right.
What?
And so if anyone invented the fade, I got a fade named after me.
Right.
The Boosie fade.
Right.
You know what I mean? And even I didn't invent the fade.
You can go
you know
to
what I mean?
a Caesar is a classic.
Like, dog.
Okay, the
From
Caesar
Spike
is
Lee
the Caesar is a classic
thing.
fade. Okay,
dog.
Let's like what?
Now that's crazy. The blindness.
Crazy.
White American never seen a fade. So.
No, right? Because y'all ain't never seen Denzel Washington is Malcolm X. What?
Yeah,
y'all ain't never seen the Muslims outside?
Yeah, I ain't seen the perm in the toilet. Yeah, I ain't seen the perm in the toilet.
What y'all playing?
I'll never forget that scene of him washing out the perm in the toilet. I'll never forget that scene. That shit burned. That shit burned.
Not Detroit Red.
I'll never forget that shit. That shit burned. That nigga was going
right in the toilet. Right in the toilet.
While the feds was on his ass. The feds is on his ass. Like, hold on.
Lockup time. You right in. You gotta go.
I'll never forget that. I seen that as a kid. I was like, there's a lot going on.
This was the best movie of all time. It's like, what are you saying?
What?
It's freaking Malcolm X.
It's Malcolm X. Like,
it's Malcolm X.
I was a hell of a man. That was a hell of a guy.
What?
You know what I mean?
See what he came from?
Used to be
the prison education system probably was so much better then. And I'm not saying prison is the way to go. Not at all. What I'm saying is the opportunity that he had because they kept so much away from him, but he gained it because they tried to, and they still had this motto like the prison debate. I don't know if that stuff still does. That still? I don't know why that.
The prison debate.
Yeah, does that still go on? Do they still do prison debates? He debated in prison.
Oh, debates in prison.
Yeah, Malcolm X debated in prison with colleges, Ivy League colleges.
Debates? I didn't know that.
Yeah, they would have debate competitions.
You know something? Debate is something that's what let me tell you something. I'm glad you brought that up because it's Black History Month, and I love the fact that Malcolm X engaged in debates and debating and arguments is something that I've always been attracted to, and I think that is at the core of what freedom of speech and what America is.
It is.
When two people with opposing sides that may have the same end goal in mind, they want the best for America. They both love their country. They just have different ways about going about bringing about what they believe is the best future for the country. So they come to debate point for point. I like the idea of debate. You know what I mean? I feel like that's lost in America. The same way how you were saying earlier, you was afraid to give your opinion on something because you're going to make one side or the other mad.
Yeah.
But at the same time, that's what makes America, America, that freedom of speech. Like, freedom of speech is there not to protect speech you like. It's to protect speech you don't like.
Yeah.
That's what freedom of speech is
so you
for.
can get all opposing sides. Right?
Exactly. So we can really get because the truth is somewhere in the middle, which we know. So we have to allow people to speak their mind and how they feel. You know what I mean? So with this debate with Malcolm X, I respect Malcolm X, man.
Yeah,
I respect Malcolm X. It's crazy, these movies, man. But look. With him engaging in debates, it's prison debates. That's crazy,
isn't it?
I'm trying to think. I've never, there's even politicians now that opt out of debates. You know what I mean? They act like debates. I feel like debates is underappreciated in American society today, and Americans have lost the ability to even tolerate debates for real. They want safe spaces. They microaggressions. Like they couldn't psychologically withstand a debate. You know what I mean?
Because in this system of things, or even before, America or the leaders of America have done so much wrong. To call them out on it and hold them accountable for the things that they've done is like that's crazy.
They don't want that.
Why would you do that? Why would you even? The same reason why our history is saying let's bury this.
Yeah.
Let's bury this.
We don't need that.
We don't. Why would we want to be reminded of that? Are you kidding me? I'm reminded of everyone his history every day, and when I asked about mine, or even so I'll give you a perfect example. Sorry to get off subject.
Talk your shit.
My children, when they were younger, my oldest two children, I have a 21-year-old and a 19-year-old, right?
Yeah.
So they went to school in Wayne Westland, and they were telling me, we were talking, it was like, Black History Month really wasn't a thing for us there. And I was like, really? And I was like, dang, I do remember. It's like I would get a Martin Luther King paper, a coloring sheet, or they would get like a Rosa Parks coloring sheet.
Or George Washington Carver with the peanuts.
That would be their coloring sheets, right? And then they said when we moved to the city, that's when Black History Month became more of a thing where it's like, however, it still wasn't celebrated as two. But that's the only time that we'd be celebrated, even in African American primarily based schools.
Exactly.
That's the curriculum, and that's how we're celebrated. And it takes us experience to kind of teach our children to kind of be like more aware. Because I know when I was a child, I went to an African American centered academy. I went to Marcus Garvey Academy. Shout out to that school, right on the east side. Right. And I remember as a youngster, we used to have kings and queens from Ghana come visit us. We had we were offered trips when we did good in school.
Yeah.
To Africa, to Jamaica. Like
Yeah,
it would
man,
be
yeah,
like
man.
we would have a student transfer program.
Culture.
Yes, and it was amazing. Like the things I got to appreciate and know, we would literally be able to dress up in our kunte calls. Yes, our kufes. You know, I knew about Marcus Garvey. Shout out to the Black Star Line. Like I knew that a lot of Malcolm X teachings was based on Marcus Garvey because that's what his father believed in. Marcus Garvey wanted to bring Africans back to Africa and start a trade between Jamaica and Africa where we have a whole ship, a whole freaking ship.
Yeah.
Marcus Garvey was Jamaican, okay?
Yeah, man.
He had a plan for us.
You have to remember Jamaicans, you know.
Yeah,
because
you have
Marcus
to.
Garvey is Jamaican and the birth of hip hop has a lot to do with Jamaicans too, you know.
The birth of everything has a lot. Look at y'all. The rhythm is crazy.
Can't deny that. Just know before there was twerking, girls were in my parties whining up on me.
I love a good slow
wine. You understand? The wine, a slow wine. Girls say they can't wine pam me no more, you know. I love a good wine pam me no more. Yeah, everything I twerk, everything.
No, you need
I love a good wine pam me no more. These young boys, they don't know what a good wine is like. They never had a good slow wine. Slow wine.
A wine let you know what you're getting yourself into.
Listen, I've been in a party with a slow wine. These boys today don't know nothing about no slow wine.
They don't appreciate a slow wine.
They don't appreciate it.
Because when you give them a slow wine, they're like, what is this?
That's when you can catch the rhythm. That's when you can guide the hips. That's when you can catch the rhythm. That's when you can.
Don't hit a slow wine off the beat. Oh,
nah. You got we in unison with it. Now we moving this one with the slow wine, baby. We moving this one. Oh, yeah. I'm real Jamaican. Yeah, I try to. You're a star.
I love it. That's what I'm saying.
You know what I mean?
Just like we just damn our culture.
You can't stop black people. You really can't. You really can't
We
because we bring the flavor. And you know something? That's the reason why. Part of my theory, low key. I don't know if I've ever said it on the pod. I probably haven't, but I think that black people, right? We always want to say we're the originators, right? Mm-hmm. We're the original. Yeah, we're the original man. That's why they got things in Africa where you can take the melanin out of that. You got brown eyes. In Africa, they can go there, they can take a syringe and take some melanin out of your eye and give you blue eyes.
What?
But the thing is, they can't do the opposite. Like if you had blue eyes, they don't have a substance that they can inject in your eyes to give you brown eyes. So what that means is you do have blue eyes and green eyes. You just have so much pigment that it becomes brown. Mm-hmm. So you could have blue eyes if your blue eyes is within you. Same thing with your skin. You can bleach your skin. You can become light, but there's nothing they can put in your skin to make you dark, like for real, for real. Yeah. So we have white within us. We have blue eyes within us. We have white skin within us. We just have more than that. That's the melanin. You know what I mean? So when I hear them trying to, they can't stop. They can't stop. We're the source. You know what I mean? We're like the source. You can't negate that. You can't negate that. That's why. So my theory on it is that we were the original races. Because if we're the original man, and there's a lot of black people in Africa, people migrated from Africa, right? Yeah. Imagine you have a majority black people. And then a white motherfucker pop up, might be albino or like super light skin, because that can come from us. White people get together, and one of us not gonna pop out of them. But an albino or light skin or someone super light might pop out of us because we got that within us. You know what I mean? So maybe we were the first races, or combined with other species. Maybe we shunned the first little white people that popped up out of us. We were like, we don't fuck with y'all. Yeah, I gotta get disease or something. We don't fuck with y'all. You know, because there's something. It's like because when I think of kids that were thrown into foster care, whether they want to admit it or not, they always have a little question about their parents. They always want to go back to
the origin, where they came from. Everyone wants to know. You need to know where you came from.
So that's why white people keep fucking with us.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Because they're our kids. We shun them first. You know what I mean? And they're mad at us. Yeah. That's why everywhere we go, they come and find us. Gentrification. What is that? That's black people finding an area, calling it home, white people coming through and saying, "This is cool. You got a nice vibe going on here. Let's see. Let's move.
Let me make
like
it
like
safe
what the
and
fuck? Like,
affordable
what the
for
fuck?
me.
What the fuck? Yeah, exactly. I always just why y'all act like y'all haven't done this for decades, which means y'all taken over area after. Why y'all chasing us down? What the fuck? Y'all took over all of New York to come chase us to Detroit. Now we in Detroit.
Realistically, their
dog.
test pilot was in Ohio.
I'm just saying.
Cleveland hit it. Cleveland did it
much do
first.
y'all need?
Hey, Ray J.
How much can y'all give us a city? Can y'all leak it? Y'all gonna keep chasing? Cause why? Cause we the vibe. We make it cool. We make an area cool. We make it the vibes. Y'all come over, turn everything into bakeries and wine shops, and then the vibe leaves, and then we go somewhere else. Then that becomes a lit area. Then y'all come there. Y'all just keep following. Y'all just keep following us. In my opinion,
this is my question to you: what do we need? What would give us the opportunity to keep our money in our community so we can rebuild within ourselves? Because there's a reason why we don't go to a lot of black businesses, right?
I'm gonna tell you why.
Because how many? Okay.
Why do you think that is?
Well, sometimes I think it's because the Karen standard isn't there. However, it's crazy that the Karen standard isn't there when we
As in they're not competing with their white counterparts. They're not caring. What are you saying?
Well, is that it's like the training is not available.
Yeah,
it's no training. They don't want to put that training into it. And I don't know, is it because the money isn't available for the training?
Yeah.
However, it's like your expectation is that I should give you this because you're a black-owned business.
Yeah.
However, you won't do this to make this make sense for me.
Yeah.
As a black patron, not that I'm asking for a discount at all. I'm just asking to be respected. The little bit of respect that I get from these white-owned businesses,
yeah,
I would like to get them from the people that am coming in on my same color that I'm patronizing.
Yeah. And you feel like the quality is less.
Because
I've heard that complain a lot. Like
the quality is
like
less.
there's always a black-owned version competing with the white-owned version of the same exact business. They're giving you the black-owned version, but it's a lower quality, either in the actual delivery of it or in the, as you say, the service part of it. You know what I mean?
But I have friends that work in this industry, right? I have friends that are African American that have worked in white-owned businesses as well as black-owned businesses, right? Yeah. And then I find sometimes that but it's not a black thing. It's just that something people think this is like, okay, you see that a server may make this amount. It's like, all right, I want to do the same thing. But like for me personally, I put in my own working time and educational purposes. Yeah. And I have friends who do the same. But then I have on the same end, I have friends that are like, oh, can I get a serve? You know where I can serve at? And it's like, oh, you want me to tell you a serving job that I can put my name on and you don't even want to learn? Like I've learned. And they thinking they're getting a representation of me and blase split.
But so my name has to matter. So me bringing you in and you not performing up to par is shitting on my name.
Yeah. And so then like you carry this on to us where it's like, oh, okay. Because it's like, how many black owned how many black owned businesses have you worked for?
I like this. I'm proud of this, even though it's only half and half. But my very first job at that wine bar in Queens was a black woman, Rashida. You know what I mean? Shout out to you if you ever watching. You know what I mean? It was a black woman owned it and was also partnered with a white guy who was married to a black woman that was that Rashida's sister. You know what I mean? So that white guy married into the family. You know what I mean? So at the same time, they're still married to this day. They had little babies. It's cool. He was a cool guy too. I met him. Patrick was a cool guy. You know what I mean? So for the most part, he was mostly just. So she ran it. So I call that a semi-black owned establishment. You know what I mean? It's mostly black people working there for real, and I was mostly dealing with her as far as the management. You know what I mean? He didn't really have hands on. He built the bar. He built a lot. He did a lot of the hands. He built like a lot of the layouts. He's really hands on, very artistic, very good with his hands. You know what I mean? And so he handled that side of things, and she handled more of the menu selection to a degree, and because her grandmother was cooking the meatballs. But anyway, you actually with the black-owned business. So I had that, and outside of that one, honestly, I couldn't tell you another one. I couldn't tell you that after that it was like another restaurant that wasn't black-owned, or Lowe's or Walmart, or I worked at the Gem Theater or Colony Club down here with weddings, and I've been to like
Yeah.
150 mad weddings, but that wasn't the. And even in then, right? So one thing about that place, I worked there for like almost 2 years, and every weekend was like 2, 3 weddings. So I've been to mad weddings.
Yeah.
In like a year, almost 2 years working there, I've only been to like 7 black weddings.
In that
You know
particular
what I
place.
mean? In that particular place,
I believe it.
I've had white weddings. I've been to Asian weddings, Indian weddings, Armenian weddings with the money on the floor. Almost every time you name the type of wedding, I've tasted mad types of wedding cakes. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? But black weddings was only like very few black weddings. You know what I mean? But they were always great. They were always great. And I always had to have the Henny extra stock. You know what I mean? But but the black
And were
weddings
you
was,
on the floor to hustle?
Nah. But I was out there hustling, making it happen, man. I always tried to give them better. Whether they realize it or not, I always wanted to make sure that the black weddings, and some of the staff felt the same. It was like, oh, we got a black wedding.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We would always try to. A lot of us there would try to
Make sure they got the service they
the better
deserve.
service.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Try to go hard, make sure everything was how it's supposed to be. You know what I mean? Because we want to try to have a good time. Because you appreciated it. Because you know why? You know why? Because number one, all right. So it's always cool to see the white grandparents. Because the fun thing about a wedding is that a wedding brings out everybody, right?
Yeah, they do.
So you see the grandparents. You see, and they be dancing. They be drunk in open bars. So you be seeing. Watching white people dance is always entertaining because they never really that good. But they be going in the weddings.
Oh, not to mention if you go out there with them, baby, don't let them play back that ass up because every time they come on, I don't care what race you are, I'm on the dance floor, and I'm like, and they like, go girl. I'm like, well, you shouldn't tell me to go because here I go, and I'm going crazy like a whirlwind. I'm gonna let you know that, but yes. Baby,
weddings,
I love weddings.
They let loose. So I love the energy of it when they let loose a lot. But a black wedding, the music is the music be because you see the music at the black wedding get the service dancing. See, that's the thing. We enjoy watching the white people dance, and sometimes they play a good song or two. But when it's a black wedding, everybody they be carrying a drink.
What's your black wedding song then to get you dancing? Working in the industry though, not as a guest. A worker.
For some reason, like they be I don't know, because I've been attracted to a lot of the soul that Detroit has to offer.
Okay.
Because it's a city in Motown, you know what I mean?
Okay.
So I be expecting some of the R&B I have, but every once in a while y'all throw me with a little like, I don't know, one of y'all groovy ones. I can't say like y'all got Open the Door. That's Teddy Pendergrass. Or y'all got a little Luther. Like so yeah. Y'all play some songs that like wouldn't play sometimes, and I'd be like, hey, if you want to hit a little two step, like, cause I feel like I probably the grandpas be hitting it. I'd be like, I don't know. I like some of the old soul songs there, but that's what they be hustling to, and I can't hustle. I can't do it.
Okay.
Them old classic records. So yeah, I'll probably give it to, and if I had to pick one that I could actually sing to, it probably would be an Usher song. One of them Ushers. I couldn't say one, but
okay.
Yeah.
I can take that.
What would you say?
A little Frankie Beverly and Maze.
Frankie
before
Beverly.
I let you go. Because you got it, because you hustle to that song, and it's like everybody be like, it's like it's the go-to wedding song, and it's the go-to family reunion song. However, Candy by Cameo, baby, when I get the hop, skip, freaking hustle, like, when I can pick up that money, I'm picking up that money. I can't even, it's all over me. It's just like, and when I can get into that, what?
Yeah.
Do you know I have a walk song?
You have a walk song?
Yeah, because, okay, have you ever seen Freak with Jada Pickett and Tommy Davidson and Jenny Woo? What is it? Woo. WOO. I can't think of the movie Freak, but it's my movie. It's like every time Jada Pickett walk, it's WOO. Like Jada Pickett, yeah. It's Woo. Yeah, it's Woo, the movie. Yeah, I think it's Woo.
Woo?
Yeah, it's like literally Woo. Have you not? Oh, forgot. You're 12. You're 5.
Wow, what? Whoa.
You are fine.
Whoa,
It's
here it
woo.
goes. Yeah.
You don't know
right.
shit about woo.
All
But
right.
it's like you have a dance song like
Look at young Jada Pinkett.
okay,
Wow.
with the hair.
I see what got Will
With the
Smith in
vibe,
trouble. If I could have gone
okay?
back and told Will Smith,
No,
don't do
okay,
it.
no, you got to see Low Down Dirty Shame Jada Pinkett, okay? Don't play with her. JC Lyric Jada Pinkett, okay? Don't play with that girl. She been there, bitch.
Listen,
Y'all-
Jada Pinkett has
Y'all gonna stop.
destroyed her.
Listen,
her
y'all knew
reputation.
Jada Pinkett was gonna entangle niggas when she was like in the 90s. Y'all already knew she looked like an entanglement type.
Wow.
So I'm just gonna throw that out there. Cause she a little short baddie, and I love a short baddie. Cause thank you.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Like I love a JT. Shout out. You know, I love
listen,
a Jada
listen,
Pinkett.
Jada
I love a
Pinkett
Kerry
ain't never
Washington.
had Jada Pinkett-
Short baddie, another one. I just love short baddies. Like Angela Bassett, short baddie. Like period.
Angela Bassett is a she's,
Iconic. What ageless beauty?
That's
What?
Different. That's different, right?
Go to.
Can't fuck with that.
It's
Can't fuck
like-
with that.
What? That's
But
what
yeah,
I'm saying.
yeah, we
Look
get
at that. Jada Pinkett Woo had a walk song.
A walk song?
Yeah, you walk out.
Oh, the Woos had a walk song.
Yeah, you have a walk song. Like you
That's
need a walk.
funny.
As a woman, you should always have a song that plays in your head when you're not feeling like that bitch. You can feel like that bitch. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, oh, it's my walk song on in my head, and you should. I feel like it's just so like.
I bet Meg Thee Stallion had a couple people's walk songs.
That's what I'm saying because you
maybe
have a walk
Savage or
song.
something.
People,
You know what I mean?
that's a whole walk song.
Yeah, man.
Like you ever come to work or like you walk in a room and you just heard the last song, you like, I don't know, you may be like, you know what, Peasy on my mind today. And you walk in and like, nigga, I'm feeling like him today, bro.
Like Peasy, his song, two songs I love about Peasy. One is Build a Bear.
Okay.
And the second one is $2 million when I had released it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Then when I'm put
It
too
make
much
you
money
walk.
in it, man. Ain't no falling off.
You
Like,
feel
nah,
what I'm saying?
like, nah, too much money behind this, dog. Too much consistency, too much time behind this, man. Ain't no falling off. We dropping every day. We
Every
dropping clips on
time.
the head top. Multiple clips, multiple times, nigga, every day.
And when you going, whatever you want, when you in that spot and you not working for yourself and you got to keep yourself motivated to work,
100%.
those are the words that go in your head. And that's the music that keeps you going.
Yep.
Like Kendrick Lamar, Count Me Out. When I
Yeah.
used to work at a restaurant I won't mention right now. But when I used to work there, because it's Black History Month, Black business. But when I used to work there, I used to put on Kendrick Count Me Out. Whole restaurant, we like, can't nobody count me out.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody count me
Yeah.
out. Like, don't do that. Like
Yeah,
we about
right.
to do what we gotta
Yep,
do. Like,
yep.
you know,
Yeah, Kendrick
like,
got a couple of them good. Like that one and All Right was a good
yes,
one too.
like
you know what I mean?
you just like that's your song, that's
So,
your music.
You asked me a question earlier, and I want to ask the same question to you.
Okay.
What we should try to take another shot, maybe.
Yeah, we should. Should I pour?
You can pour food, but I got it if you want to.
Oh, go ahead.
You know,
Do your thug.
What you call it?
Your thug.
What black-owned restaurants have you worked for?
Ooh. So I
That's a very good question.
in the city of Detroit only work for one.
Okay, so we both got one, just one on that bill.
Yeah, in the city of Detroit I only work for one. Outside of like little mini bars, like I used to work Reggie's used to be on Chicago way back in the day. I worked there. And then like before I used to work at this little like bar on Warren, which was really cool. Are you taking a shot without me?
Sorry. No.
You're so
I didn't even sip. I didn't even sip.
He put it up to his mouth.
That's all right. Cheers.
Oh, salute. I told you 7 years of biosex. If you don't look me in the eye,
All right.
I can't do that with myself.
You ain't ruining my whole 30s. I just figured out how to fuck.
Uh-oh.
In my best fucking years right here, my 30s.
That's literally, no, that is. But getting back to black-owned business, we'll get to that. 30s.
My best fucking years. Okay, young kids, they still hitting you with a jackrabbit, you know what I mean?
Man,
I'm gonna take my
listen.
time. I'm gonna hit you. I'm gonna get a little rhythm.
That's where you fall in love. But stop it. Let me listen to my black restaurants I work for. Okay. So there, and then I worked for Savannah Blue was the last black-owned restaurant I worked for.
Savannah Blue. All right.
Savannah Blue. Let me
shout out
tell
to
you.
them.
I enjoyed my time at Savannah Blue.
Okay.
However, with that being said, I feel like the problem with a lot of restaurants in this industry, especially in this city, is that they don't treat their employees as partners. And you should value our opinion a little bit more, employers and owners.
What opinions do you feel like would be falling on deaf ears?
I feel like opinions as to maybe training for some instances, so that we can like help each other train more. If you incentivized, or not even incentivized, if you made your employers or employees feel like their training or what they have to say goes a long way.
Yeah.
You know, you need positive reinforcement. I
Yeah.
always was taught. I will tell you, I did learn this from Wayne Westland schools. A compliment sandwich goes a long way.
Yeah.
And I say that by saying, when they were telling my kids, when they gave them their evaluations, so I'm telling you the good thing, the bad thing, and the good thing.
Yeah.
Because you can accept it that way a little bit more. And it doesn't sound like criticism. It
Yeah.
really sounds like you're helping me
Yeah.
to be a better person. And
Yeah.
you probably are. And
Yeah.
I don't realize it. But
Compliment
because
sandwich. That's a good.
a
That's a
compliment sandwich.
a good thing, a bad thing, then a good thing. Compliment
a
sandwich.
compliment sandwich.
That's a good little jewel for y'all to take.
You have to make things like that, you know. So, I feel like that those aren't taken into instances because you just think of me as your worker and not your partner. But I have an earnest interest in this. You got to understand, as a server, I make $3.67 an hour. So for me, it's more lucrative to make me, for me personally, and I can't speak for everyone, it's more lucrative to make me make sense for me and you.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, so my time isn't wasted.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, as a server, I want to be making
enough money.
Yeah,
to make it worth
I don't want to
its
make $20 is a new 10. I don't want to make 10.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm just gonna throw that. No, my time is not worth $10 an hour. So I'm not doing that.
I feel you.
You know, so like I bust my ass to make more than $10 an hour.
Yeah.
You know,
but
so
you work at good spots where I don't feel like $10. I mean, it might still happen. I've heard it happen. You know what I mean? But I'm not gonna say the spot, but I will at the current spot. I can't imagine that happening often. Like you order a fucking cocktail, my
yeah,
nigga.
but
like,
everyone but the thing is that I think that I think what people go into this industry looking at is that, and not people that's working here, but the people that on the outside looking in, and like even in your position that you work, everyone thinking is that everyone has to tip. Tipping is not a thing.
It's not.
It's not. It's not. No, it's not. It's not.
And it's not embedded in the thing where they don't make like the guaranteed gratuity 15% thing.
No, and 15% I couldn't dare. So don't auto grab me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But as a person that cares about my craft, I don't want you to auto grab the guests. If they're gonna tip me, they're gonna tip me. If they're not, they're not.
Yeah.
That's on them.
So you don't want the auto grab?
No, I don't.
Even if it was like 20%.
I don't. Because if you're going to tip me, you're going to tip me. And if you're not, you're not. And you're going to tip me based on whatever you're going to.
There was one time where I got auto grab. I didn't realize it. Like, I looked at the bill, and I was a little smized at the end of it, and I just looked at the total. I didn't even looked at the total, and I was like, all right, that plus this little bit, that makes sense. And then I looked at it afterwards, and I was like, oh, like 20, 30 to that was already the good too. Like, so I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
I may have not tipped this much if I'd have known that. So there's a couple times.
But you learning.
Yeah.
In some instances, I appreciate the auto grab.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that I don't appreciate it. You know, don't get me wrong. What I'm saying is that sometimes when you force people to tip, the expectation is different, right?
Then they
like,
want a lot more from you.
To a degree. And it's not that like I'm negating that. It's like, well, what is your standard of service? Because like I don't just have you as a table. I have this person. I have 3 other 4 tops outside of you all, and please believe all of you all are demanding.
Yeah.
You know, and it's no disrespect for y'all. And remember, I have to make sure I get all of y'all orders in place. And not to mention, I have to notate this with the kitchen to make sure all of the allergens are in place as well.
Oh my God.
You know, so it's like I'm just saying it's a lot of work because you come out and then you want me to give you an experience on top of that. So it's like, and I'm not mad at that because I go out to eat. I have 4 children, right? So yesterday, me and my kids went out to eat. We didn't go out to eat. We went to Dave and Buster's. Like,
shout out Dave and Buster's. That's a good time.
We just because like that was the only thing I can get all of them to come into agreements with.
That's a good
like,
thing with kids too. It's a good mix.
Right.
You get to drink at the bar, little food, little arcade.
And my daughters are at the age where they can drink, so that's like a good thing. I'm that old of a mother. What up, Bill?
Oh
but
my
anyway,
God, you funny as hell.
So like we went there, but like my daughter was like, "Oh my god, you spending this much?" I'm like, "You spent $200 on a game card," and I was like,
I've been there.
"Well, realistically, when we go out to eat, I spend $400-$500 for me because like not only am I taking my children out, I'm taking their boyfriends out to go with us. I understand because they're a part of my children are okay. So hear me out. Don't do that.
That's crazy.
Don't do that. Don't do that. And hear me
I
out.
need to find the right.
My children's listen. Like it's not. My children are children. However, their boyfriends are children too. And my thing is that they're dating. I don't know how long this relationship is gonna last.
True.
However, I want them to understand that they still are a part of a open family, and that they still can like hang out,
That's very
come
nice
over,
of you. So sweet.
and do things with us. So it's like I like to get to know the people that they're dealing with,
Yeah.
so that I can have
Little
more.
input.
So I know what's going on in my children's lives. When I know who they're dealing with, they are more able or more open, to give me more information as to what's going on.
So you can help them. You know what I mean?
Not only that, but I just want to be able to hear what y'all got going on. Vent to me. Because as you get older, you start saying like, I don't want to know I don't want to talk to my parents. No, you don't, because like we're judgmental. And so like I want to create or facilitate that relationship. So I take everybody out as a family. It's like
That's dope.
it's family time. We all going out to eat. I'll pay the bill. I don't want y'all to feel like y'all have to pay anything. And they're like, no, like they.
I would at least like ask for your cash app.
Well, no, I have them tip.
All right.
And it's like, and all of them, like my oldest daughter, she's a server. Shout out Miro. She's a server at Miro, which is in Detroit. And so, like, they tip her boyfriend tip. My my second oldest daughter, she's an engineering student, and she's a mentor, like to other engineering students in the city. So I feel like as a parent, I've done well enough for me to be like, okay, I'm congratulatory, and I'm like, appreciate y'all. So I take them all out to eat. But like, I know that's expensive, and to tip on top of that, and the way I love to eat.
Yeah, little people eat the most. I swear.
No, it's like it's not the most. It's like the restaurants I like to go to. Okay.
That's okay.
So you see where we work. I like to go places like that with my children. So
For
that's
real?
just
The last place I've been to that's in Detroit that's even close to the restaurant that we at is Joe Mueller, the seafood.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I went there a couple weeks ago. You know what I mean? It was all right. I didn't order the oysters, even though I kind of wanted to.
I don't know why not.
Just because I shuck the oysters all the time on my job.
Yeah.
And I wanted to judge the shucker. I wanted to order it. I wanted to order it to be like,
should have.
You can't shuck like I'm the best. I wanted the best shuckers. I bet there's gonna be shells and bullshit in my oysters.
Yeah.
I bet I shuck better than you now.
And you didn't do that.
I did. I wanted to, but next time I go there, I'm ordering the oysters.
The last restaurant I went to, I took as a family, outside of Dave and Buster's, I took my kids to Lay Supreme.
Lay Supreme.
For Christmas Eve. Went to Lay Supreme.
Christmas Eve.
Me and my kids and their partner.
What?
Well, only one of my daughter's partners came, but the other one, I would have. But yeah, we all went to Lay Supreme.
What was that like?
It was really good. It was like their mac and cheese was amazing.
It tastes good.
However, I like their pastries out cold. Like, you know,
because our desserts is pretty damn good.
Yeah, our desserts are great.
I'm
not even gonna lie. Our desserts are really good. So I went to Brown's Door before I came here today. They had a freaking lemon mascarpone cake that was so freaking alcohol. And they told me they made it in house. It's a Joe Vicura restaurant. I'm missing an all white owned business. I'm sorry.
Oh,
I apologize.
But they support black stomachs. Goddamn it.
But it was so good. And my server Asia was so cool, and I loved her because my daughter's name Aisha, and her name was Asia, and her middle name was Rose, and my daughter's middle name was Rose. So it's like, oh my gosh, we have a common interest. So I had told her jobs to apply to as a server in the city of Detroit because I was like, message me if you need like recommendation or.
That's funny as hell. But shout out to them.
I went there. Me and my kids went to Lay Supreme. And that was like,
Lay Supreme sounds. I gotta look that. I almost want to look it up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's where it's a
I gotta see what I got.
It's a French restaurant. Yeah, look at it. Let me see. You're gonna be like, okay, you took your children there for brunch.
Let me see.
You're gonna think something's mentally wrong with you.
L-E.
Yep. Supreme.
Is it this?
I can't see. I'm blind. These glasses don't work.
Oh my God.
Not right now. I gotta make me an optometrist appointment.
Let me see. We click all.
Oh no, because you're like, oh,
Les
it's
Supreme
so pretty.
Detroit. Ooh.
Look at that. Look how hot that is.
Hang
Okay,
on,
go
hang
to
on.
it.
Les Supreme DETR.
Oh, you could just press on that one right there.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, you're so old.
I'm sorry. I
Are
just want to see
you- are
that.
you-
That's beautiful.
Isn't that gorgeous?
That's beautiful.
Yeah, get into that.
Wow.
Exactly.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's gorgeous.
Yeah.
I see you. That's
Yeah.
on the level. That's not out here, is it? That's crazy.
Yeah. It's Detroit. I know.
I need to go there.
I know. But listen, not just that, they have a freaking rooftop bar. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I ain't shit. That's what I seen that. We got that in New York. Like that's New York type shit.
I keep
Like,
telling
that's
you.
New York type shit.
I be telling you, you need to hang out with
You gotta.
me.
You're right. I be fucking
I
up. I gotta see
I
what's
be
up.
telling you. I'm like, listen.
You know the
You
spots.
don't even understand. Listen, do you know where I told you my go-to restaurant is Mabel Gray, and I go there all the time. I love Mabel Gray.
Mabel Gray.
Yeah, I'm in.
You sure about him?
I always tell our chef that I love Mabel Gray,
Mabel Gray.
just to make him mad.
This you know what?
To make him jealous.
You know
I be
what
like,
record
I love Mabel Gray, just to let you know.
There's a restaurant down
Just
the
to
block
get under his skin.
chef
But I
recommended.
love him. I love him. I love our chef. He's
Yeah,
my favorite.
Our chef is pretty good. Chefs could be assholes, and
And
he's
I love that,
not
but
that bad.
He's very direct. I love a direct chef.
Yeah.
I don't call him assholes. I call him direct. I love a direct chef because I'm a direct person. Just tell me what the fuck I did wrong so I can fix it.
He is very direct.
And I appreciate that.
He
so,
is.
but what restaurant was it? Not too far from where we work.
What?
You said he mentioned the restaurant.
Oh yeah. Sheldon
okay.
Standard. He said.
Oh yeah.
I
across
asked
the-
him.
yeah,
I
it's
said
not
to
too
him.
far from us.
I said to him, as far as the restaurants that I've eaten from, I feel like we're one of the best in Detroit. I said
Yeah,
to
we
him
are.
about our restaurant. I feel like we're the best. One of the best. If not the best, then one of the best. And he said, and I asked him, what restaurant you think is like fucking with us? Like,
Yeah.
what restaurant you think is bigger? He said he thinks that the Sheldon Standard is one of the best.
Okay. So
restaurants.
listen. No. Here's the thing. All right.
I've heard about the She Wolf
Do
as
you
well. That's the only other
do
one.
you record every Friday for the podcast?
I record Freestyle Friday every Friday, but the podcast
Okay,
I record
so
on
let me
Sundays
shut up.
and
Okay,
Fridays.
cool, perfect. Because Albina is about to close down, and you should let me take you.
Albina?
Yeah, it's like dope small plates. Like Miles, like a. Sorry.
Sorry. It's okay.
I'm
It's
so
survive.
sorry,
It's
but
survive.
our chef friends approved this restaurant,
Yeah,
and they told me like it's legit. So you should let me like take you there.
I'm down to go.
Really?
I'm down to go.
Okay, I'm gonna make us reservations because they close March. They close in March. This is like, so like I know it's gonna be hard to get in, but like, yeah, it's like top of the notch. Like it's New York
I
style.
don't know
dining
why they
in Detroit.
close it. I don't know why they. But
because can't nobody afford to freaking go there. The plates are the tasting is a lot.
all right. I'm down to go.
Oh no,
The
I
only,
know.
only thing is that next Friday I have a podcast planned.
No, okay, that's cool, perfect. I'll make sure
Look
I'll
at
get
you
on your
trying
time.
to-
because I won't go out to eat for the next month to set up for this
Oh
particular
my!
day.
All right.
You just don't understand. This is like one of my restaurants I wanted to try, and the fact that it's closing down is hurting my feelings.
Yeah.
And like, I want to make sure, like, yeah,
Get to
it's gonna-
try it.
It's gonna be a lot of money, but it's gonna be so.
Listen. I'm
We
going.
should bring our own bottle. Oh, we should talk to Brew. Yeah. Okay. Let me shut up.
Well, we always pregame a little bit.
Yeah,
Come on
I
now.
want to
Don't be
bring my
crazy.
own bottle of wine.
You funny as hell.
A
But yeah,
Magnum bottle of wine.
we actually covered a decent amount. But well, let's see what time. Yeah. So look.
Oh, we doing good.
Let
We
me-
got an hour left. Or
Let me ask
we're
you.
an hour into it.
Hour in. Let me ask you this question.
Oh, perfect.
I've seen this.
Let me tell you, I watched that yesterday.
Hey, look, y'all. We took a little break. All right, it was a very necessary break. You know what I mean? We're only human. We had to deal with the mother natures and calls and things like that. But be coming back fired up for y'all. I got a revelation. I gotta let y'all have it. You know, I gotta let y'all have it. I can't not let y'all have it. You know what I mean? So
Okay.
I'm gonna have to look this up for y'all. Y'all gonna have to appreciate this. But Jamie Foxx, who you all appreciate, who almost died and came back. Some people feel like it's a clone at this point. But
Well, you know, they
but-
call Tyrell.
But Jamie Foxx,
It's the chicken.
of course,
Chicken make you laugh.
Jamie Foxx apparently changed his name. Well, who you know as Jamie Foxx was actually born Eric Marlon Bishop.
Exactly.
Known professionally as Jamie Foxx.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So come look at this thing. Have a pull screen editor is gonna make it happen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But yeah, Jamie Foxx is actually Eric Bishop.
Yeah.
And y'all never knew that till this.
Bingo.
And y'all Oprah's clip. Take this clip. All right, listen. Jamie Foxx is Eric Bishop.
Yeah. So he can get more prominent roles. So he can get more roles.
That's
he did that when he started off in
crazy.
acting, or being
She
a
let me
comedian.
know that on a break. Are you
Yeah.
okay with this headphone being flipped out? By the way, you don't want to flip.
Oh shoot, you're right. I was wondering why I couldn't.
Yeah,
hear
was
myself
it
for
wasn't
real.
fully connected.
But, yeah, there you go.
They do that just
That
for
do
that.
say you
though.
say.
That do- Speaking of which, we came back in full effect with 2 shots fully poured
I
by
know.
the lovely hand of Virginia here with this with you know what
My
I mean.
shaky
So
hand.
yeah,
Don't worry.
I'm just glad for
Okay.
Black History Month. I was able
I
to get a
know,
black
I
woman
know.
on here. I was very happy about that.
I
had a-
appreciate the invite. I really do.
No problem. I'm very happy to do it. You know what I mean? And to the thousands of people watching the clips and everything, we like to say
The
Cheers.
hundreds of thousands. We
of-
just don't do 1,000.
we don't get thousands.
We do
and-
6-figure
and
numbers.
we don't
to
get
start,
100,000
like,
this
and
month.
then next,
Yeah,
and
we
then we're
already
gonna
got
do,
100,
like,
over 100,000 this year. Yeah, we you ever, you know,
figures, and then we
listen.
move on from there.
the trajectory
This-
chart is going like this.
It's up the roof
It's
because
going
we
like this.
manifested that. We're
100%.
manifesting it,
100%.
and I love a manifestation because manifestation, God manifests. Okay, it's in the Bible. You manifest what you read in the Bible, and then you go into work. So
100%.
manifestation is just hard work, and this year goes into real life.
That's what it
just
is. That's what it is. So cheers.
I know. Cheers.
Virginia get me drunk, yo.
Not me. You run the do say, not me. Which means you're getting yourself drunk. No,
True.
actually.
I bring a bottle of almost every pod. You know what I mean? That's part of the. It's part of the. You know what I mean?
I know. That's fine. It's the welcome gift. Welcome to our
Yeah.
podcast.
Thank you.
Get drunk.
Yeah, exactly. Good content. Anyway.
I'm glad this ain't Club Shay Shay.
You
Because the
get-
content will be crazy.
Listen, Shannon.
But we can't wait till that liquor is here.
I'm about to say you need to get your liquor into Michigan stores,
yes,
okay?
because that's
I
what we need.
I would have bought it if it was here, even though it's like 50, 60, whatever. I would have bought it.
Listen,
This wasn't cheap neither. I'd
when
have bought
Shay
it.
Shay come back, when Shay Shay comes to Michigan, and I'm pretty sure
Let's
it'll
turn
be
it
here
up.
for the NFL draft. I want to come back for the NFL draft week. I really do because I
You
feel
coming
like
here?
can I come back?
Yeah.
Yes, let's do
Yeah.
it because I want to
When
talk
is that?
about
When is
our
that gonna
week.
be? You know?
I think it's like April 24th, something like that.
April 24th, right there. All right.
Yeah, around that time because
Yeah.
I want to talk about the week, the people that I met
Yeah.
at work
Yeah.
because I'm pretty sure I'll meet a lot of people,
Yeah.
and I think that's gonna be really cool. It's gonna be
Absolutely.
if I make it
I
at my
can't-
job that long.
I can't say for
I'll
sure
throw
if
that
I'm
out
gonna
there.
make it happen, but I know a Michigan cannabis lawyer.
Ooh.
And I think that with April having 420, it would be a good idea to have a cannabis lawyer come talk about
I love that.
some of the laws and stuff happening here. He's an Indian guy. I
Mhm,
haven't asked him
mhm.
about it yet, but I'm going to try to get him on the
Let's do
podcast.
it.
We'll see if we can make it happen. You know what I mean? It'll be good to have a little legality perspective on the weed culture going on in Michigan and America as a whole.
Shout out to special guests. I love that.
Yeah, yeah.
I love that.
yeah.
I would love to see why African Americans don't own dispensaries when we
We're the number
consume.
one people
Yeah,
hit
just
by
as
war
well
drugs.
as chicken
Yeah.
places. Why we don't
Exactly. We
own chicken places? I
Who
just
can
don't
go better than us?
understand.
Hey, you want to talk about Korean barbecue? Meanwhile,
Oh,
you
let's
look
not
up
even do
where
that.
The Koreans got it from.
Because it's bingo, and I
Come
love
on.
a Korean barbecue. Not
Sick
even
of
gonna
it.
lie, but I'm just saying I
I'm
love
just-
a Korean wing.
I still never
okay.
had Korean barbecue.
What?
Never yet. I've only heard of it, but I never had
Oh my
it.
god, it's Carl. It's so many places I need to take you.
And I fuck with tempura. Tempura is amazing.
Okay, but no.
I never had Korean barbecue.
have
but I
not
see what
been
they do with
to-
tempura.
Listen, is
So
this
if they-
place in Southfield? Oh, can I be your go out to eat friend?
I need that.
I
need
need-
that.
I
need
would
that.
love
some
a
places
chef to go out to eat with.
Yeah, I gotta go. My palate. You know what I mean?
'Cause you
Put
have
that
the best.
5-star palate on.
Let's
You
go.
see what they're cooking up.
Yeah, let's
You
go.
know what I mean? But yeah,
I like to mention that I'm a server when I'm on my reservations, just to give you a heads up because I'm that person.
yeah. But no,
Because
but I
we
feel
should
like
get industry treatment at all times.
exactly. No, I ain't gonna lie, because I told that
we
lady.
should get industry treatment it all the time.
I told that server when I was at Joe Mueller that I worked at the place I work at, and she said that her boyfriend used to work there.
Oh, really?
You know what I mean? On a day shift. You know what I mean? So, and I felt like, not to say we got better service after that, but we might have got slightly better service after that. You know what I mean?
You have to.
A little more love. You know, because being in the industry love. You know what I'm saying?
It makes a difference.
You know what I mean? So
that's the only reason I hate about working where we at, because it's like I feel like I just don't give. I'm just not able to give the industry hookup as I was at other restaurants I work at. And it's like I really want to give an industry, because I get some good ass hookups. You know what I'm saying? So I would love to pass it on, and it sucks that I can't as much as I want to. Shout out to the owners of the restaurant.
Shout out to Virginia rocking the mic over there. She's in love with that mic over there.
I am. It reminds me of so much.
and let me tell you something about that mic. Let me tell you something about that mic and this mic in general. I'm telling you, all right, this is one of the industry standards. If you just go on Instagram and look up podcasts, you know what I mean? Listen, 50 Cent was interviewed on this mic.
On this mic.
This is an industry standard mic. You know what I mean? You'll see this mic has been in millions and billions of views. You know what I mean?
Shout out 50, because he always in Detroit.
Yeah.
I love
he did have a little event. I remember seeing 50 Cent some event he had in Detroit. He did.
We gotta get stuff.
I can attest to that. There was the 50 Cent event in Detroit that I've seen myself. So
yeah,
I can attest to that.
I love that.
But I was gonna talk about Suki. So this, first of all, I don't know why this white girl has been.
Suki with the good coochie.
She said the same thing. Suki with the good coochie.
Suki
first
with
of all,
the good coochie. I love her. I love a Sukiana. I love a Baby Bop.
As a dirty man, I'm sorry.
Baby Bop. I love her. Let me tell you why I love Sukiana, because she's so in her truth. If that's her truth, that's her truth.
Yeah.
And I'm cool with that. This girl, Bobby, whatever.
All right, let's watch the interview.
I'm no fan of her. Okay.
Yeah, let's watch the interview.
Okay, because I watched some of it.
That you're a musician.
So
that's why I'm interviewing you today, so I can get to know you.
So I'm a musician. What the fuck that mean? Make magic or something? What is musician?
Bro,
I think that's
they're
I think
Black
you're
History
confusing
Month.
that.
Yeah, I'm not no musician. I make music. I make music. And that's not all I do. I make music. I act.
Hold on, pause right here.
I know.
Can we agree that she missed the mark there with the...
During Black History Month, this is what you're showing on white programming.
I'm just saying.
I'm all set on her.
Wow.
I was all set when I seen it. I said,
this is not the best.
I said no.
But to me,
No.
honestly, do you see how I said, like, there wasn't I feel like this is the white counterpart. Like, if there's no powerful black movement for positivity towards Black History Month, this was the white people. They said, all right, we're going to get all the people we bought, which is Sexy Red and Suki Hana, and we're going
I think they're bought.
She said herself that she sold her soul to the devil on a previous, I can't say it, like show it, because but I have it pre-programmed, but she said it herself. But on the same token, let me say this. If I said she wasn't an attractive black woman, I would be lying. If I said that I didn't go Google Suki Hana naked leaks something to go see her get freaky on the thing, I'd be lying.
I love that.
I didn't see.
I love that because I would Google it too.
I done seen Suki Hana do a whole lot of things.
Because that's Suki with the good coochie.
Let me tell you, and that coochie looked good.
Okay, don't play with her. Don't play with her.
All right, all right.
Don't play with her.
So
she ain't one of those.
All right.
There are people from Trinidad. Don't play with her.
You know when they say, like,
I think it's
look,
Trinidad. I could be wrong. But
listen, I wouldn't put it past her because I'm a Jamaican, right?
Mm-hmm,
As a Jamaican, I know that Caribbean women are passionate. Caribbean women are nothing to fuck with. Let me tell you something. Even though Caribbean women could be traditional to some degree, they might give you that they cook good and like, but at the same time, to deal with a Caribbean woman, you got to be a man. A Caribbean woman go and test you on a star. Yeah, if I deal with they want to deal with a Caribbean woman. They be like, so what you want from me? So what I mean, yeah, man, I want. Like she go test you. You go do, like
so
listen,
a
Caribbean woman.
Nah, Caribbean women do that. Are we more
black women do that?
Do we accept anything? Is that what you're telling me?
No. Here's what I have to say.
Okay, I love to hear it.
I'm a black man. And
are you?
Yes, I am.
I'm just joking.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Like,
I'm just joking. CharlieGtv.
I've been affected with this thing where I'm attracted to black women, right?
Okay.
And just judging by what I feel like is the field, I feel like being attracted to black women and loving black women is playing the dating field on hard mode, veteran, all skulls. You know what I mean? Because in my personal opinion, getting submission from black women, getting a black woman to play by your rules is like what I'm saying is that of the women to choose from, black woman is the most spirited, the hardest woman to get to submit. Like Spanish women are more submissive, Asian women are more submissive, white women are more submissive. If you get a black woman to play on to march to your drum, no offense, but of course we all think of Coming to America. Ooh, ooh. I'm not to that extreme, hopping on one foot, but I'm just saying.
I'm gonna bark like a dog.
I'm just saying. You know what I mean?
Is that what you want?
That's not what I want. That's not what I want. That's not what I want. But I'm saying, I'm a black man who plans to be able to pay for everything. I'm building an empire.
Okay.
I am a black man who plans to lead any relationship that I am in. I'm a black man who has foresight. Like, look, what I'm saying is this: when women hear this, they get scared. But what I like to say to them is this: any man knows that having an unhappy woman in your life sucks. So even if you're in a position to make the decisions, if you are making decisions that make your significant other unhappy, then that is stupid because you don't want to live with an unhappy woman.
Bingo.
So just because you're making the decisions or you're in a position that you're the breadwinner doesn't mean you want to make a situation that makes your woman unhappy. You know what I mean? But at the same time, like for me right now, right? I have a woman that I'm to some degree dealing with, right? But it's because like at the point that I'm in, I can't afford for a woman to be. If a woman's gonna be my actual woman, you know what I mean. She has to be on my team. She has to understand the vision. You know what I mean. She has to be on point with me. You know what I'm saying. So, because so much of my focus, I'll be honest. Even when I talk to late at night, I'm obsessed with this shit. I'm talking about analytics. I'm talking about my next move, my next equipment I'm gonna buy. I'm obsessed with it.
So your whole thing is like, I need you to be motivated as I'm motivated in the shit I'm motivated.
Yeah, and if not, and the thing is like this: there's a reason why a rich man will marry a woman that works at McDonald's. Will marry a woman because attraction is different.
Yeah.
I'm not looking to my woman to provide.
Okay.
I'm not looking for her to pay for nothing. I would like her to maybe not have as much consumer tendencies, like she want a vacation, she want a new bag, and I understand women are gonna want that to a degree.
Yeah.
But at the current stage that I'm at, I'm funneling most of my funds towards my business. That's why there's men that have a better car than me, all right? But they don't have a platform that I have. They don't have the HD. They don't have the camp. But they have a nice car, a nice outfit. But they have no purpose, no drive for real.
Right.
No actual point that you want. I want to be a leader, but I have no direct. They have no direction that they're
This is
going
my
in.
end goal.
You know what I mean?
And I need you to understand that.
Yeah.
Basically.
So as much as I want to say I want to be a leader, but I have a direction I'm going in. If I tell a girl I want to be a leader, I'm about to get to a point where I'm gonna have 4 cameras putting into a thing. I need an assistant to be switching camera angles. You want me to do everything, so I got to manage the audio, manage the camera angles flicking while being on the pod, while conversing with you. That's a lot. So I'm gonna get to a point where I'm gonna legitimately have a job for somebody to be able to do my pod. I need an assistant. You know what I mean? So, but in the Bible it says a woman is supposed to be a helpmate to a man. That's what it says.
Right.
But the problem is many men today don't want to take that responsibility of being a provider, having a vision, having a job for your woman to do, having enough money. Like they don't want to take that so much responsibility for them.
I think is it the responsibility, or I think like submissiveness and trustworthiness are hand in hand.
But like to me,
if I don't trust you, I can't be submissive.
Yeah, to me,
you get what I'm saying?
Consistency and stability. If you're asking for a woman to be submissive, I understand as a man, if you're not able to provide, if you're not able to provide that security, if you're not able to provide that, what are you asking her to submit to?
Right.
What lifestyle is she submitting to? What vision is she submitting to? What is she submitting to? If it's not a superior vision, a superior intellect, a superior money inflow, then you ask her to submit to women. It's called hypergamy. Women want a guy that's taller than them. Women want a guy that earns more money than them. Women want a guy women are, whether they want to admit it or not, they're naturally ingrained to seek the superior. Yeah. Because if you're supposed to lead me, then you better be my superior, obviously.
Yeah.
You know
Everything
what I mean?
has to be better than me.
Yeah, yeah. Otherwise,
Yeah.
why am I fucking with you?
Yeah.
If you're not here to elevate me as a woman, that's how I feel. Whereas a man, we're like, all right, we're not looking at our woman like that. It's the inverse. We're like, she needs to follow me. She needs to lead me. So I'm looking at her. So the problem with modern women today, where it runs into a head, is like we're telling modern women, you can do anything you want to be. It's your own world. You can do anything you want to do. And that's the truth.
It is.
Women have a lot of intellect and a lot of talent and a lot to offer the world and the human race as a whole. But what I'll say to women is this. I'll be honest. My opinion is this, and I'm a little drunk. I'm sweating a little bit, so you're going to hear the honesty.
I see the sweat.
I see the sweat.
You Jay-Z. When I get drunk, I'm honest.
Yeah. I'm going to tell her how it is.
Okay, Jay-Z. That's Sagittarius.
I'm born in
coming
Brooklyn.
out.
I'm born in
You
Brooklyn,
acting
too.
like you a Gemini or something.
I am a Gemini. But
Are you a Gemini? Oh, yeah, your birthday's
June 9th.
Yes, because
One
I told
day
you my
after
brother's
Kanye.
birthday, June 1st. Okay, yeah, Sagittarius and Geminis are like same spirited, but I'm a Sag, so it's like, okay, so yeah, Jay-Z said I'm drunk, so when I'm drunk, the truth come out.
All I'm saying is this. Feminism told y'all, at one point feminism was necessary. You didn't have the right to vote. Y'all were treated as property. Phase 1 of feminism was necessary. Y'all needed to be given the right to be full-fledged citizens. Chase your dreams. Trace your passions. Contribute to society and all your talents. I agree with that. Right to vote. I agree with that. But feminism has crossed the line where it's become not only trying to be equal to man, but better than man. Trying to be superior to man, right? So here's what I say to this. In every other community, it's understood that the man of that community is the backbone of that community. Like white men in the white community. White men run shit. Or Asian men. Asian community. Spanish men. Spanish Mexican work hard. But in the black community, it's said that the black woman is the backbone of the black community. And what they don't realize is that that's a spit in the face of the black men of the community. Now, I'm not trying to disempower black women to empower black men. But you have to understand and look at this as a whole, as a race. The strength is given to the men. So to say that in that race, the woman is stronger than the men is to say that the men in that race can't compete with the other men of other races. Because the other men of other races are the strength of that race. You understand what I'm saying?
I understand.
So, as much as I love black women, and as much as black women are outpacing black men in degrees, they're still not outpacing them overall in income, because men work like we're built to work. We're built to that shit. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, in the black community, feminism as a whole has made, like, black women have to. I understand, black women have to fight for their.
Their dominance.
You fight for their dominance. You fight. You know what I mean? And the government has made some work to take away the black man through prison and other things. You know what I mean? So you're like, I want to depend on this man that doesn't have the ability to fully provide for me. You know, it's a conundrum. You know what I mean? So I understand black women are strong because they had to be.
You're talking about breaking down 400 years of
I'm just
ingrainment.
saying, to get a black woman to
because
submit,
like realistically, like in our household, like what we're taught is that the black man not prevalent. That he's all. It's okay for him to leave because that's what we're taught. Yeah. That's what we have been ingrained to believe. You're talking about 400 years of ingrainment is
that's
to.
not.
Yes, it is.
I gotta push back against that.
You can't push back against that. You can.
I'm gonna tell you why. I push back against that. In Jim Crow, where you want to say it's after slavery, but black men are still being lynched, open segregation.
Yeah,
it's a bad time. Like what I always say is, like, when the white man was at our worst, was at his worst, black people were at our best. During those times of segregation, statistically speaking, black people were married at a rate of 80%.
Segregation. I'm not saying segregation.
Black people were the
thing.
most married people of like any race on America. You know what I mean?
Because we depended on other black people.
That's what I'm saying. You said something earlier about why black restaurants are supported. It's because we're allowed to go to white restaurants.
Yeah.
When black restaurants when black business was
that's why segregation was bad for us to a degree.
I always say segregation was a good idea executed poorly.
I'm sorry.
Desegregation.
Desegregation.
Yeah, because Black Wall Street. Because I think about it, I'm like, Black Wall Street. There's more black billionaires today than there were when Black Wall Street existed.
I don't think so.
There are. I'm telling you. If you just think about sports,
You're thinking about what we're looking at right now.
I'm
You're saying based on like these are Black African American millionaires or billionaires that are owned by.
Oh, you're trying to
White
say that they
people.
make their money, but they
I
make
feel
their
like
money through white people.
Black Wall Street make their money through their own
Black people. All right.
Because you have
They'll
to even
all
look
right.
at. You got to think about when I think about African Americans, I think about crack, right?
Uh-huh.
In the 80s. And
Okay.
so I think about crack in the early 80s, late 70s, right? And I think about like when you have people that like gangs like people that did crack here, like the Charmers Boys here in Detroit. Or you thinking about Ricky Freeway. You know what I'm saying? Like you're thinking about groups like that, and then you say, damn, how did they make millions of dollars in a week?
Yeah.
In a community that doesn't even produce that much. You get what I'm saying?
That's the same way. Yeah.
It's like we do have that money in our community.
We do.
The same reason why I live by basically the Foot Locker makes the Foot Locker I stay by makes the most amount of money in all Foot Lockers in the city of Detroit, state of Michigan. But it's because it's in the poorest neighborhood of the city.
Jordans.
People
Phone
spend their
closets.
money on what the freak they want to
Top
spend their
tens.
money on. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like that's why drug dealers make money. The worst thing, let me tell you, though, you know what the worst thing is for the American public is a smart nigga.
I'm gonna tell you, smart.
A smart nigga.
Let me tell you something.
They hate that. An educated nigga, because they feel like we will change the pace on them.
We will. Let me tell you what I call that. What I call that is what you call a smart nigga. I call a modified hood nigga.
Yeah.
Because look,
those are the smartest people in the world.
He started in the hood, right?
Bingo.
So he was already risking his very life and freedom to make it in this world.
Yeah.
But the only ways he knew how to do that was through drug dealing or something illegitimate.
But those were allowed opportunities.
Allowed opportunities in the hood. But then he survived that through prison, whatever happened.
Mm-hmm.
And then he set his mind on a legitimate world, on business. And that tenacity, if he was willing to risk his life for bullshit money and he figures out how to get legitimate money, you can't stop him. You can't stop that guy.
How is my bullshit money better than the legitimate money I would make, though? Because if my bullshit money is $1 million a week,
but it's not taxed and it's not. But
here's how
why.
is that? How is that better than the money I make? Because
It's not better. It's not
they
better.
have no hand in it, and that's why.
Let me tell you something.
That's why the drug game is like as prevalent as it is, because if you get a person, but I'm saying
it is. They
if
make
you
money.
get a person hooked on something. Oh, I'm sorry.
You good?
If you get a person hooked on something, as much as they is, and they're gonna spend their last dime on it.
Yeah.
Like their last dime, and you mad? Like you okay with me?
But that's
you
a drug.
okay with me putting my community up there? Just like marijuana. Let's be real. Marijuana in the age of Billie Holiday and Louis Fitzgerald, those were things that we couldn't know. Those are bad. We don't want brown and black communities are the only ones. Right now, marijuana is to the point where name a brown and black dispensary. I can name the House of Mary Jane in the city of Detroit. Detroit
is a black ass city.
Bingo.
Detroit's one of the blackest cities
how
in
many
America.
black owned dispensaries are there in the city of Detroit? In the House of Zen. My apologies. The House of Zen on Mac, and then the House of Mary Jane on the Lodge Freeway between 7 Mile and 8 Mile.
Yeah.
I think it's 8 Mile. But those are my two black owned dispensaries. But outside of that,
it's not enough.
Yeah,
not enough.
How many black men are incarcerated?
Or are we applying? I want to know.
How many black men
are
incarcerated?
My question is, how many black men are applying for these licenses? Because I heard of the first. I just want to talk to that Michigan.
Yeah, I would love that. Because you got to see, because your record has.
He's
to
a
be
cannabis
clear.
lawyer, so he knows about.
Your
Michigan
record has to be
cannabis
clear.
law.
I know you can't have any felonies.
Is that true?
Yeah,
because selling weed could be a felony. So how could you get a felony for selling weed, then try to apply for a job selling a license
because it ain't for us
weed?
to apply. Because it ain't for us to
you know
apply.
what I mean? Like I gotta tell that shit like that. Like, that's fucked up, dog. That's fucked up, dog.
It's like we don't know, like liquor stores. I go to the liquor store, so liquor store by my house. 9 o'clock in the morning, I see a whole bunch of black men outside that motherfucker. Chaldeans own it. No disrespect.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, like, We don't own liquor stores.
Nah, that's what we should.
And we outside of there.
That's why I fuck with.
They keep us there because we provide some sort of protection to the neighborhood, and they let us put up with our bullshit.
Because we pay that money.
Bingo.
What I wanted to say this is
whatever the going on.
Another place that's leaking money out the black community. I heard this said. Now, I want to say this was either a week or a month. It's one of the two. All right? And it's either $1 million or $1 billion. It's one of the two. There's a big difference. All right? But the number's true. So $10 million every Sunday or every month. I want to say it's either 10 million or 10 billion. I feel like it's 10 million every Sunday goes to black churches in America. To black churches in America. Like just getting millions, if not billions of dollars every month.
How was that hard to believe?
I can believe that, but my question.
You seen Antoine Fisher?
Yeah.
Everybody need a blessing. Everybody need a healing. The
Just,
good doctor gonna give you a healing. What are you saying?
I'm just saying.
The good doctor gonna give you a healing. Everybody wants a healing. What are you saying? How do you get to the?
No,
I done broke stuff. How do you get to the African?
My bad. I had to fix the mic on, but I had it back on deck. You know what I mean? You know how I do that shit. Fix it real quick. I mean, production team, production. You know what I'm saying? Making it happen.
In-house production is nice.
In-house production. You know
but no, like, I'm just saying, like, it's just like our.
This all started because of Suki Hana. We ain't even get on Suki.
We
didn't get on
Let's
Suki.
get on her because first off, old girl, what's her name? Bobby.
I don't know. She interviewed Drake, Offset,
Listen,
and now Suki
the crazy
Hana.
shit is that Funny Marco gave her a spot to make it make sense. So like a black man put her on, as we do.
We stay putting her. The three biggest interviews I seen her with was, like I said, Drake, Offset, and now Suki Hana.
Offset was hilarious.
Yeah, I covered that.
Oh, you did? Did you watch? Okay, so Offset was funny, and Lil Yachty was funny too. Did you watch that
Lil
one?
Yachty, nah.
If I wasn't, it was Lil Yachty. It was like
Lil Yachty was funny.
No, Lil Yachty and Funny Marco. That's the one I watched, and I was like, I got a Lil Yachty because he got his own podcast. Shout out to Lil Yachty because he always coming to the city, putting on for Flint, putting on for Detroit. Yeah, he is.
Shout out Lil Yachty.
Shout out Lil Yachty because it's more than a boat. It's more than a boat. It's more than a boat, baby. It's more than a boat. It's more than a boat. Shout out Yachty.
I think one of my favorite songs by him was something about Montana.
Is it Dram?
Dram was a good one, but it's, I like it like Cola's. What is it? Montana? Something. I forgot some Montana song. And he had that one and another song with the Migos that he fucking low key murdered his verse on that bitch. He has a couple verses that he's killed. All right.
Is cold.
And I respect any rapper that's if I don't got a verse that I fuck with you as a rapper, then I don't fuck with you. But if I can name at least one verse that I can play for somebody, like, all right, he's a rapper. Here's a verse that in his style, in his thing, he killed. You know what I mean? So I could play that song and that with him and the Migos, and he killed that bitch. He killed that record. You know what I mean?
Anybody represent Detroit. I ain't even gonna lie. I don't listen to Detroit rap a lot, but like I love Detroit. I ain't even gonna lie. Like we the GOAT.
You be repping Detroit a lot. I see a couple times you pointed out some things. You know what I mean? You fuck with your city.
I love my city. Like I love putting money back into my city and people that work in my city. I ain't even gonna lie. Okay, so we want Suki and Suki with the good coochie.
Suki with a good coochie.
You start too a young mogul.
I just really quick. I think you're confusing.
I'm not confusing nothing because you don't know. You thought that all I was a magician or whatever the fuck you said.
See, that's what I think you think I said. No, I said musician, not magician.
I don't think, baby. I don't think. What is that? That's ghetto. I don't think. I know.
That's ghetto.
So you
think.
Young girl.
I didn't say magician, Suki. I said.
Yeah, she killed me with that. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to pause it, but she said.
I don't think.
I was thinking it's ghetto. What the fuck?
And kids
I
are
was
listening
thinking,
to this.
no, you
But
ghetto
you know what I'm
because you
saying?
don't think.
I feel like this day and age, children aren't following that. So like this is a blessing.
Thinking it's ghetto, like what?
Thinking it's ghetto. I don't think thinking it's ghetto.
Thinking it's not ghetto, like what?
I'm Suki with the good coochie. She said I can be doing something else better than this.
Yeah,
she said, what would you do?
I'm a little good to you. You obviously see it.
What would you do?
And I think you are a musician.
No, baby, I do music.
So you just really quick for the record, could you say you don't think you're a musician?
I'm not none of that.
But then after that, you just said I do music.
Yeah, I do music.
So, in other words, you're a musician.
No, I'm not.
Okay.
What do you?
Yeah, you come on. But she's so confident.
She said, okay. I mean, if you say I am, okay. It's okay. Okay, wait, bitch.
Like, that's the only thing that I'm just saying.
Okay.
Like,
Okay.
dog.
If you think she is, okay.
that
So she
exchange.
not.
On one hand, she's correct. She is not a musician. Like, she's not a good rapper. She's not a good singer. You know what I mean?
What you not gonna do is not validate what Suki with the good coochie did for this rap shit right here. Okay.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
You know something.
You better acknowledge her.
I'm curious.
She was by the river.
I'm curious, right?
She was born by the river. She was shaking that ass.
Born by. She said that her grandmother was shaking that her great grand.
She came from a whole long line of hoes.
That's what she said. Okay? She said that.
So don't you play her? She a whole long line of hoes. And I'm not. Let me tell you, I'm not mad at nobody living in their truth. And their truth. I'm not mad at it either.
You know, honestly,
their truth.
I'm curious, and they said curiosity killed the cat, right?
Nope. See, that's what I'm saying. You gonna get killed.
And I've never.
You heard it here, folks.
I've never paid for pussy, right, in my whole life, right, and I probably won't ever.
So here's the thing with me. Okay, so y'all say that, but I feel like men pay for
directly.
Bingo. Voluntary or involuntary, you paying for pussy.
Indirectly, maybe.
Maybe.
All right.
Maybe.
But directly,
maybe.
no.
And
but
I don't know if you paid enough for the pussy you got.
Yeah, I probably got some on a discount.
You probably did,
so
and because they like you, because you're New York style. I'm from
Brooklyn.
Shout out to Brooklyn. Shout out to Jamaica.
Brooklyn all day. Nah,
you know what I'm saying?
Come on, ma.
You
Come
know?
on. Let's like, Detroit niggas.
So
come on. I'm from New York out here.
You know, he's slow wine. He put you with that. Oh, I'm about to make you some chicken.
You understand?
Curry chicken. Yeah, you done had that before, though. No, you done had that before.
You never had no oxtail.
You done done that? No. Oh, you want to oxtail pie?
No rice and peas.
Yeah. Oh, you want a black cake? Oh, celebratory.
Yeah, no, yeah, that's
yeah, man.
Yeah, that's right.
One love.
You're funny.
One done.
Yeah. But yeah, man, I'll give him the order. The word.
There you go. Now I'm bringing it out to you.
You understand? I love that.
I know, y'all know.
Yeah,
I love
that. You know, we love that.
Yeah.
But yeah, we give them enough flavor that they have to understand that I is one of the best options that they could have for true. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you're saying you're the best option?
Especially in Jamaica, and especially in Detroit. You
understand? Jamaican Detroiter.
I have to compete with them people and I can't. I'm sophisticated, I'm cultured, I'm worldly.
Oh, the culture?
Yeah, worldly.
Is that what you say?
Yeah, man.
Is that your culture?
I've been overseas and all I'm trying to tell you.
You've been everything?
Yeah, man. Been in Jamaica, swimming on the water and all I'm trying to tell you.
Oh, that's now. You know, you have now. So you say you want good. No.
Yeah, man. I eat
Could not.
Ackee and saltfish and callaloo.
Oh, not the ackee and saltfish.
Ackee and saltfish. My favorite breakfast,
you know that's a traditional Jamaican meal.
We know about ackee and saltfish.
No one knows about a good ackee and saltfish. You got to get it right there, ripe in time. Oh.
Yeah, that's that.
Oh, you're going to make me ackee and saltfish with a good Jamaican rum. Yeah?
You know.
Oh, I'll be in the seat.
Yeah, man.
I'm in my garbage can at the end of the night.
I eat the array and nephew, or me hit you with the Applegate.
Oh,
not the Jamaican rum. Yeah, man.
Oh, Applegate is traditional.
Applegate Jamaican rum, you know.
Applegate. Yeah. Okay, that's
aged 8 years.
Oh,
nice. Nice smooth, you know.
Nice smooth rum.
Yeah, man.
I know Applegate's rum.
Yeah, you know.
I do.
A Jamaican rum. A Jamaican rum.
Oh, I'm gonna. Okay.
Yeah, man.
I feel like I need to make you ackee and fish. To make it make sense.
You can make ackee and saltfish.
I can do it. I can do a little bit. I can do a little bit. You don't know what I can do.
I lie. I can.
I make you ackee and fish, and I make you oxtails first.
She try to get me on a star. I lock and key shot. You know something.
No. I just want to a semi, not a traditional Jamaican meal because I need him to cook with meat, but
just an experience.
What I'm saying is that I'll semi, so that way you'll enjoy it that much.
I love that.
Cause I'll cook that for you. I like to cook. I
love
Caribbean.
You know.
Caribbean meals have the best flavor.
I tell you that's
all the time. People don't even understand.
Yeah, that's not. I had a clip that got about 1,000 views. You understand? About 2,000 views.
Yeah, because you can cook.
Jamaican people can go all around the world.
Was it the one where you said Jamaican people can make money anywhere?
Yeah, anywhere. Anywhere
really
we go, we can make a restaurant. You understand? And people are going to come.
Only good Jamaican food, though.
People love Jamaican food.
They do.
All around the world.
Jamaican food.
Jerk chicken.
Okay, so let me tell you
famous.
one thing. So, like, I used to work with this Jamaican girl. I worked on the Detroit Princess. Shout out to the princess. Her name was Nicola. I love her, Nicola.
Shout out to that.
Yeah.
You know, my mother's middle name is Nicole. You know.
Is
Nicole? Yeah.
Get out of here.
I swear.
Oh, I love that.
My little sister named Nicole, you know.
Is that traditional?
Her middle name Nicole.
Is that traditional?
I don't know, you know. But you know something? My stepfather, me, my grandfather, my uncle, them, like about 5 men in my family.
Okay,
we
so
had a
listen.
nigga named Anthony.
I look at one of your podcasts and I see like, oh, you have a stepfather.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, how the blended family work on that thing?
Let me tell you something.
I want to know.
My
And your stepfather is Jamaican.
Yeah.
Okay.
My Rasta for true, you know, I've dressed and everything.
Okay.
But you know something?
Not dressed up locks yet.
Yeah, locks.
Because dreadful is dreadful.
You know something? Him, you get mad at me, call him judge, you know. But love that.
I always get upset when the people call him
love that, you know that. Because you said my white man verbiage that.
I said, no.
Even
when black men said that, they said he got dreads. I said, oh, absolutely not. He got locks.
I locks them.
He got locks. You don't do that. He's a Negro.
Yeah,
Stop doing that. He's a king.
You're right about that.
He's an Ethiopian king. Don't do that to me.
You're right about that. Yeah,
I place that.
So, yeah, man. Yeah, you're right about it. I love that. So, my brother, I call my brother. I don't remember not knowing my brother, you know. I don't remember my day when I don't remember before my brother, my younger brother. He's only 1 year younger than me. My brother's father is my stepfather. My stepfather, for whatever reason, my mother loved him, you know. So she's been in my life my whole life. I'm not going to say that he's been the best influence, you know. He has some good and some bad, you know.
Of course. He's human.
He's come down a bit in his older age, you know. It's a lot better now than it was in a younger time, you know. But I appreciate the fact that my mother still chose Jamaica because my actual father still lives in Jamaica right now.
Nice.
So I'm a Jamaican true and true, you know. So my actual father's a Jamaican, and even the stepfather influenced a Jamaican as well.
And now, is your how much of your family is over here?
So my grandfather and my dad still live in Jamaica.
Okay.
My grandfather had dual citizenship between Jamaica and Canada, so he went back and forth between there. My dad is not allowed back in America, you know. Him get deported because he must sell drugs whenever he was over here.
It happens. My family can go to West Virginia, so I understand.
Yeah, but he's deported. Can't come back here and marry an American woman. But a lot of my family is in New York, to be honest.
How often you go back to Jamaica?
I've been there about 6 times, 5 or 6 times.
In the last year?
But honestly, since 9/11, after 9/11, they require you to have a passport to leave America, you know. Before 9/11, you can leave America on your birth certificate and your social security. But after 9/11, you have to have a passport or you can't come back, you can't leave. And we don't have a passport, you know. So I haven't been to Jamaica since about 2003. Or something like that.
That's a long time.
That's a long time, you know.
It's like 20 years.
That's a long time. So we have to
20
go back.
years.
I have to go back. My grandfather has a property right now. Am I living right at this?
Your grandfather's still alive?
Yes, in Jamaica right now. Am I diving in the water, clean, you know, skin looking, sun kissed and nice and tan.
How old is your grandfather?
Have to be in his 70s.
Oh, that's my type of man.
Yeah, but still built good, you know.
I believe it.
Still, the Jamaican man is out, you know.
I know. I'll go down there and he teach me how to cook.
My grandfather can cook.
I would love that.
One of the best cooks in the family.
To be taught to cook by a Jamaican man. That'd be amazing.
My grandfather
I'll pay attention.
My dad can cook, you know, too, you know.
I'll be submissive.
I still remember that when I went to visit my dad.
Are you telling me to go meet your dad instead of your grandfather?
Either one of them can cook, you know. And you know, both of them, as I build my business.
They're single. Because they're single as hell.
No. Actually, they are single, you know.
Oh, so I'm going
to have enough kid.
I'll be in Jamaica in 3 months, y'all. Just to let you know.
They have enough kidney.
Charlie, I'll be in Jamaica in 3 months. I'll let you know. You tell me where to go, and I'll tell them I'm on my way. You let them know.
No, man. Leave a father alone. You understand?
No, not at all. You let them know they're like a little thick American girl. It's coming through.
Am I come for you?
She wants to know about her culture. That's what she needs to know. Let them know she drinks sweet milk and tea.
No, man.
I drink sweet milk and tea. You just let them know that. You know I have a love for it.
You funny.
I have a love for it.
Yeah,
I'll bring my own carnation.
You killing.
I'll even make them a black cake.
What?
I promise.
A black cake?
I'll make them a black cake.
Oh my God, you trying to get him.
Just to thank you for letting me come here.
Run for your life.
Yeah, you just bring me Aki Lovish, and then
because
some plantain.
You understand? She knows how to really, you understand?
I do.
She knows all the tricks.
I speak of his culture. I speak of his culture. I did my research.
You have to watch out, you know.
My stepfather's Bahamian.
You're going full. You're going full.
Before he died, he let me know a lot of things, and so I enjoy myself.
Yeah.
I enjoy myself with this Caribbean culture. I
a
love
mezzo
an island culture.
colchiano. It's a mezzo colchiano.
Island culture is amazing.
Yeah.
It's like it's so free. It's
free.
like hippie culture for black people.
It's free but traditional at the same time.
It's hippie culture for black people.
It is.
It is because it has a baseline to it, and I think like original hippie gypsy culture has a baseline, and it's literally about your community and Jamaican community, Caribbean community is like
because there's a lot of churches in Jamaica. Low key, there's a lot of spiritualists. There's a lot of you know what I mean.
See, churches is like a thing for me. I don't know. Huh? Christianity is a thing for me.
What? Like what? In what way?
I just don't. So like okay, so I have always questioned Christianity, and don't get me understood. Don't misunderstand. I believe in God, but I always think Christianity is funny for me with African Americans because it's just like it's the same type of talk that left us in bondage or kept us in bondage.
Yeah, this is
so it's like a love-hate relationship I have with Christianity because I don't know what's wrong because I always find that the white man used to their pleasure whatever benefits them. So it's like I don't know if like a lot of this Christianity is built on white culture.
It is like to a degree. Like the thing is,
so
I feel you because on one hand it's the religion of your oppressor.
Yeah, it really is.
It's the religion of your oppressor.
It really is. Slaves should be obedient to their masters.
Exactly.
And they would use black people to teach us that.
But the same Bible. It's the same way how the same Bible that they used to enslave us is why they didn't allow us to read.
Exactly.
Because if we were allowed to read, there's other passages that would free us.
That's
you know
true.
what I mean? So
reading would free us, yeah.
Yeah, if we were free. That's why Frederick Douglass said that slavery and education are incompatible.
Yeah.
That's why they kept slaves from being because you can't. It's hard to enslave a smart person. You know what I mean? So with that, even when the Bible is, yeah, he did his thing. You know what I mean? It's the same thing with the Constitution. The same way how those things in the Bible that would free us.
Yeah.
There was things in the Constitution that we used to free us because the Constitution was made by revolutionaries that were trying to escape Britain's rule.
Yeah.
Right? So they were like, when they put in the Constitution, every man is made equal in certain things. That's the same things that black people said, hey, I'm a man. It says every man is made equal in there.
But not me. Well, the 13th Amendment circumvents that.
But yeah, exactly. So have us considered man. That way we could partake in that right. So I'm just saying, so the same literature that they used to enslave us because of what's in it is the same literature we use to a degree to justification to free us. So they can't because it came from us anyway to a degree. They can't rebelling against. That's why hip hop is lost today because when hip hop started, hip hop was supposed to be the voice of the people.
Yeah,
it was a rebellion against and then hip hop got like corrupted by like corporatism, and that's one of the, and it lost that revolutionary spirit behind it. You know what I mean? But that's what hip hop's supposed to be. Hip hop's turned into this Sukihana and
hip hop, R&B, everything though.
Because R&B used to be love. Now it's eat the booty like groceries. And I understand. You know what I'm saying?
There's nothing wrong with it. We're not gonna get into that. It's like no. No,
listen.
No, because I'm trying to go to Jamaica soon, and I just don't want them to know.
My views on that.
I just don't want them to know I like groceries.
My views on that are unpopular. I would. Before we get into the British segment, we want to get about this call, but before we cut it off. Okay, disclaimer. I'm sitting here watching the video, and I'm telling you that coming up is about 38 minutes of a tangent, of a rant. Not a rant, just a conversation off the docket, just went completely left. But there was still value in it, although there was stuff in there I wish wasn't in there. So, I'm going to just tell you that if you want to, you could skip to the 2 hour, 38 minute mark. And that should be good, 2 hour, 40 minute mark. You know what I mean? That should be good. You know what I mean? Because, yeah, just go ahead and skip. Just go ahead and skip this section, please. Just go ahead and skip it and then just start off there. You know what I mean? Because you don't need to watch none of this. You don't need to watch none of this section. You don't need this in your life. All right, just go ahead and skip this part. Appreciate you. My one feeling on that is this. All right, look.
Okay, on groceries?
Yeah.
Or on what we were talking about.
Listen, I like to eat pussy.
There's nothing wrong with eating vagina.
I've gotten used to eat pussy. But what I mean by God used to eat pussy is that when you eat pussy, it comes with a lot of viscosity. There's a lot of liquids that come out of the pussy.
It is a lot
we
of
start
liquids.
eating the pussy. You know what I mean? But
It is a lot of
as long as the woman's things are right, I'm okay with that. I'll eat the pussy. I'll deal with all that, right? That being said, now I've always said this. I've never
dealing with a woman and a vagina is crazy because you have to know
I've
pH is everything. And
Yeah.
if you're not a man to understand that, then
Yeah.
you just okay.
You haven't had enough experience. You know what I
Okay.
mean? But the thing is, I've dealt with
Shout out to Fenty. I love Rihanna.
right.
My
Well,
lips stay popping because of Fenty lip gloss.
You funny. You funny. Why is it giving me trouble?
I don't know.
But anyway,
What are you looking for?
it fixed it. It fixed it. But yeah, what you call it? So, but I say that to say, I've never had a bad experience eating ass yet. But that just means that I don't deal with dirty women to a degree, and I've only done it with 2 women. First of all, 1 woman.
Congratulations on you now.
It took me 3 years in there, but I'm just
There's
saying.
nothing wrong with that.
All I'm saying is this. Between the 2, honestly, if the woman's clean, all things considered, men promise. I'm telling you this. You got to deal with a lot more eating pussy than eating ass, because you go there. There's nothing's come. The ass is just. It's just
Ass.
there. It's just ass. You know what I
It's
mean?
ass.
So you could do this. There's nothing's wrong there. Nothing's happening there. Like, it's either a bad experience or not a bad experience. And I haven't had a bad experience. I don't know what that's like. But I'm just saying that it's good over there. Meanwhile, with the vagina, you got a lot to deal with. There's a lot coming out of there. Even if you're doing a good job of it, there's a lot to deal with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm telling you that you as a guy that has to deal with all of that, right? I'm telling you, eat the ass and stimulate the clit, and you'll get just about the same experience. You know what I mean? As opposed to, I'm just, all right.
Because giving head isn't a lot.
Huh?
Giving head isn't a lot.
Isn't a lot?
It isn't. It is, but I'm saying. It is giving head.
And even then, it's not.
For a woman, you don't have to hold my breath a lot.
Oh, women complaining about giving head.
Stop it! Don't do that.
Which one is more? All right.
Don't do that.
I
Don't
feel
do that
like
because
sucking dick is more work than giving head.
it
There as a
literally is.
guy.
I can throw up. Are you
could.
going to throw up on my vagina?
No, I mean if
Because
he's gay,
if
he
you
would,
because like 9 times out of 10, you were like drilling my head down, and because you're drilling my head,
yeah, yeah,
it's like I'm drowning.
yeah.
And you only drill it if it's that good, because you don't drill if it's not good. If it's not good, you're not drilling. I'm just letting people know, females know, like if you're not getting like know when a man is about to come, he's trying to assist you in giving him head, and he's like, and then they make these. Oh, it looks like they're having a stroke when they're about to come, and they like their hands and their feet get all tight, and it's like. It's like, you're gonna jerk.
They push you away after.
No, they don't. No, it's like, and it's like a weird ass. It's like, whoa.
It's because it's involuntary a little bit.
It's almost like he was drinking a beer and he farted. And it's like the weirdest shit ever. And I'm like,
and you caught in the middle of it. Listen, you may as well swallow at that point.
Yeah, well, you know,
it's just help you not to choke.
I've never been a quitter.
You may as because at that point, you know what I'm saying.
Oh shit, verbal. My kids told me, digital footprint. So, but with that being said,
yeah.
It's a lot.
It's a lot. It's a lot to do. There's a lot to do.
That is a lot. Holding my breath and making sure I don't.
But sometimes, listen. Sometimes
throwing up. Have you ever had someone throw up on you? I know we've been jumping around all type of topics.
She's done it. No, not fully, but they told me that they swallowed it.
No, throw up.
Up,
okay.
up, like it came out.
I threw up on the guy.
Like
before.
out. Nah.
Yeah, I threw up on the guy before.
Chunks. See, at that point,
I know.
You
I was trying to figure out how he
going.
He kept going.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa.
Yeah, because at that point you just stop.
I was like, after that, I won't call you anymore. Sorry.
Oh my God.
That's why.
Yeah.
I got weirded out. You accepted that chunk for me.
Yeah, it's too much.
So if you see this, that's why.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why.
It's why, and it's like, a chunk you feel? No.
That's too much.
No, a chunk.
That's too much.
Chunk.
That's too much.
It's like, let me catch my breath. I'm like, I'm not throwing up in my mouth. Is what I'm
That's the
telling
thing. Yeah.
I'm not throwing up in my mouth.
You're not gonna swallow.
I'm not.
It's too much. It's too much.
I'm not swallowing because that shit hurts.
Yeah, because the acid.
Yeah, I'm not throwing up in my mouth. Is what I'm telling you. Is that like if I have to throw? No.
And you gotta feel for her a little bit,
I'm gonna tell you
man.
to
You gotta
stop.
feel for
I'm
her.
gonna like no.
Yeah.
As soon as you see a tear come out my eye, you know you need to chill the fuck out.
But only certain guys get this, get that. You know, so some guys don't even reach the level to.
That's a whole different situation.
Only certain guys gotta worry about that. You ain't
I
even reaching the throne.
I
You ain't even
just
getting
don't
the throne.
understand that. And it's like
You on the tongue. You stuck on the
the
tongue.
crazy shit is that let me tell you.
Because what I say, I'll say one last thing. One last thing is this: a girl can say whatever she wants, but if I can make you choke, you're not allowed to call me small. You know what I'm saying? Because like, if I can make you
Because
choke,
it happened. If the dick wasn't slapping, it wasn't happening.
yeah,
But
yeah. If
I can
choking,
choke,
if you
it
choking,
happened.
because the same time you call me small, I'm gonna small. All right, but when you choking,
I might be
all right?
choking just to make you feel good.
Nah.
Because we do
I can't
shit like
take.
that. Like,
that's sad. That's sad. That's
we do
sad.
shit like that.
That's sad. That's
We're
sad.
nuts.
But at the same time, I can't understand how niggas feel.
I don't want to mess with nobody's pride.
Yeah.
I'm not going to mess with your pride. But what I will say is that, I'm not going to mess with your pride.
That's funny as hell.
I'm not
That's
going
funny
to
as hell.
mess with that.
She's a good lady. She's a good.
I want you to get as pleased as much as you can.
That's
and then
funny as
after
hell.
we're done, you're gonna realize try to figure out why I don't talk to you anymore.
That's the thing. And that's another thing too.
I'm a good ghoster. I am the best of spinning people.
My two
I'm
markers
the
of this. My two markers of this. What guys look. All right. So if you can't make a choke,
Mm-hmm.
and you didn't get a return customer, you got a problem. All right.
Yeah.
Those are my two marks. All right.
Well, okay. So how
'Cause a girl
long
might-
should a return customer return? How long after should they return?
To me,
Or how many times after?
if you get
It's like a
I'll give you a third attempt, a second or third, because honestly,
but I'm saying
if
should
the
it be
dude-
a week after? I should be a returning customer, or can I return to you? Can I be one of those customers that I haven't talked to
if
in
you
a while?
return to you too far after it, I see what you're saying. So if you do it one time and then she don't come back until 3-4 months later, you'll get it. Then I don't know if I could really. She was kind of good on you for the first, you know what I'm saying, and then it was something else in life that brought her, you know what I mean. So I can't. But if you hit one time, then a week or two, hit again, and you Gucci, and then let's say the third or fourth week, you have an argument, it don't go right, and then she would be like, "Oh, you got a small deal." Like, nah, come on, son. We was going rocking good, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And then shit went south, and then now you want to say, nah, but come on, son. So, you know what I mean? So I feel like, but because I've heard stories of some guys that have had that, they don't get return customers.
So are you a relationship guy, or are you one of those guys that create situationships so you can just have okay, I deal with this person then, I deal with this person then? Is this too much?
Me
right
personally,
now? Is this too much on your show?
No,
No,
okay. It's okay. It's okay. Me right now, honestly, there's who I've been and who I'm becoming.
Okay.
So who I've been is a relationship guy.
Okay.
I'm a guy that's been okay with being in a relationship. You know what I mean? I'm okay with committing to one woman. Any girl that I've given the title of my girlfriend, I've never cheated on. You know what I mean? I'd rather break it with you than cheat on you.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So I'm more of a relationship guy. But right now, currently, turning 30, this is why men have to understand. Let me tell you, 18-year-old guy something. Women have to preserve their value and men build their value. So me right now turning 30, I have never gotten more. Women have never been more attracted to me in my whole life than right now. You know what I'm saying? So me being at the top of my game, I've never made more money than I have right now. I've never been more passionate about my single right now. I've never I could do 50 push-ups right now. I got strength in my body. You know what I mean? So I got confidence. I know I'm handsome. My hair is long. I'm at the top of my game right now, my whole life right now. So I'm the most resistant to monogamy right now because to some degree, because I'm my value has never been as high as it's been, and it's only getting higher, and I'm only.
So you want to explore your options more so now than you have before.
But at the same time, it's to grow my business, to stay focused, to stay passionate. I can't chase my passion and chase pussy at the same time.
You can't because some of it because it something's gonna distract you more than the other.
Exactly. So as a business decision, I'm probably gonna start a relationship soon to a degree, because it's the best thing for me to be able to focus on my business. Let me not be trying to chase every girl down. Let me focus on one relationship so that I can add stability in that area, which will help me to be stable overall, to be more productive. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, but honestly, like I said, I've been a relationship guy, but the level I'm at right now has made it harder than ever to be a relationship guy.
Yeah.
Because I want to start that relationship, but at the same time, I'm like, dog, I've never. There's so much. Relationship now, like, damn, there's so. Wow, you could be doing so much, having so much fun. Why you want a relationship now? But at the same time, it's like, nah, all of that fun is gonna make you have a surviving Charlie G documentary 3-5 years from now. You don't want to hear or want that.
Are you gonna have somebody trapped in a room?
No, I'm just saying they're gonna be like, I had no choice. He overpowered
so charming.
me. He was so charming. Whatever story they're gonna tell, dog, and I'm gonna be like, dog, listen, I had consent. They ain't gonna hear me.
I don't know, because I feel like I don't know. I just turned 40, so I'm happy with that.
Oh yay!
You
You killing the game.
And I don't know, relationships. Like, don't get me wrong, I want to build a bond with someone, but I feel like right now, what I've understood and so I started being a single parent young,
Okay.
So during the time everyone was figuring themselves out in their 20s, I was raising kids, so it's like it's kind of harder when you're figuring that out. But with that being said, as far as me like giving a relationship a chance, I think because where I am in my goals in life, a relationship seems like it's just too much work.
Yeah.
I don't want to. What I'm saying is that I don't want to like juggle many men in situationships. What I notice is that if I'm in a relationship, I have to give this, and I'm giving too much of myself to a certain person without giving enough of myself to myself.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. And so like I feel like I diminish my value of myself because I'm trying to make sure that person doesn't feel undervalued, as well as making sure that person feels included.
But they have to make you feel valued as well.
Into what I'm doing. So it's like, yeah, I personally don't think, because I'm not there yet.
Yeah.
With the people that I'm trying to build with.
Yeah.
I don't think that I can be in a relationship at this time. That's just not.
You don't think so?
No, it's not something that I don't want to work toward. With the right person, it's just something that's like.
I imagine you'd be a hard girl to tie down.
You think so?
Just because you're a very free spirit to a degree.
I am a free spirit.
You know what I mean? And
I don't know. This free spirit, like, okay, so free spirit is a strange word for me because I feel like when guys say free spirit, they mean hoe. So, like, that's where I get, and that's where guys come from. It's like, oh, free spirit. That means she's a hoe.
Nah,
like, that's what that means. And it's like, oh, that's what you're saying? I'm okay. Free spirit.
I'm just saying, as far as like
I said, I'm just saying that's male language. That's bro language.
When I said earlier about how a woman can be very hard to, a black woman in particular, hard to get to submit.
Yeah.
Right? You're a woman that makes her own money. You have responsibilities.
Yeah, that I've been taken care of by myself.
You're taking care of by yourself, right?
Yeah.
And in order to like give up some of that hustle, give up some of that dedication to that vulnerability to someone else, it's like, do I trust you enough to pick up that percentage?
Complicity and
that
trustworthiness.
you know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. I know to get a woman to submit, you have to provide and give her that security and reassurance and that.
Yeah.
Because there's no way to get submission without that. I understand that. You know what I mean? And it takes time. Even if you present that, it takes time for her to trust that.
Yeah.
Because she has to. She sees you, but she sees the men before you as well.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So that's why it's the inverse. Like, feminism teaches that better, but it's the inverse, because when men look at a woman, they're looking at her past. When women look at a man,
they're looking at their future and their potential.
They're looking at their future.
Ain't that the crazy?
Their attraction is inverse. So that's when I say a man has to build his value versus a woman has to preserve her value.
Yeah.
Like a woman at 18 versus a man at 18.
Two different people.
That woman at 18 has the whole world at her fucking disposal.
So you think
that man at 18 don't know what the fuck being a man is? You know what I mean? He's not.
So
really
you think? I think it's so much where
Barely.
It's more. I think it's more so because women, it's nature nurture,
and also
so
the inverse.
If because as a man you're more nurtured, and because as a woman you're nurtured as your parents, you're gonna grow up differently because I'm going to, not saying that I have less value for my son than my daughters. What I'm saying is that my daughters are going to be images of me.
Yeah.
So I know how to preserve that image of me, to be like, you got to do this, you got to work hard towards this. And with my son, if I'm not, it goes back to the black family, right?
Yeah.
How we are situated. It's like if I don't have a black male in my life, or he doesn't have a black male figure that shows him how to be a man, he's going to be nurtured more than anything. I'm going to, oh, give me a hug, give me a kiss.
But that's
that's the same. Those are the same women that
needs
are
a man
going,
in his life.
Yeah.
So if you, it doesn't make, it's not wrong for you to say you feel more adept at raising a female than a son.
No,
that just
not
makes
at all.
sense.
I'm not,
you know what I mean? Because a man needs and a little boy needs a man figure.
Yeah.
It will help him better to understand.
That's why you have these women raising their sons as their boyfriends. That bothers me a lot.
Exactly.
I hate that.
My
son will never be a king of my house.
Black sons.
He is a boy.
Black sons deal with being a son husband a lot.
He is a boy. My son is my son. Okay. Yeah. If I have to get a man that's my son too, it's a fucking problem.
What it becomes is, what happens is that it's a bad thing that's paved with good intentions.
Yeah.
Because, like, all right, you're a single mother, so you don't necessarily have a man in your life consistently.
Yeah.
You had a boy. Your boy loves you, right? He sees his mother. So out of love for your mother, you want to take care of your mother to a degree. You want to be the guy that she might be to a degree, right? So it's, to me, to a degree, up to the mother to not fall for that trap.
To set them boundaries.
Yeah, exactly. Because he loves you, and he's not younger, and he's just want to see his mom, so he just want to help.
He want his mom to be in the best place ever.
Exactly. But you got to let him know, because what happens is this. He then eventually falls in love with a girl, right? And he has a conundrum with the woman in his life, right? Because he's like, all right, before I found this girl, my mother was the number one woman in my life. And I love my mother, but I see that in order to give this woman who I love now the proper resources, the proper attention, it's going to take from the percentage of attention that was given to the previous number one woman in my life is my mother, right? And then the mother has to see that too and be like, is she going to be like, she's taking my son away from me, or is she going to be like, my son's becoming a man he's supposed to be? So there's that thing. So there's like, if you're depending on him to be your son husband, then you're mad at the woman taking your son away. Yeah. You know what I mean? Instead of seeing it as an evolution of his life that he's supposed to get to. Yeah. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? So it depends. You know what I mean? So it's that you want the mother, you know, so I appreciate you feeling, because then your son feels free to grow into that next evolution.
He is my son.
You're free to start a family. Yeah. You're free to be a man of that house and prioritize that. Will still care for your mother and still contribute and have her back, of course, but don't feel like your mother and your wife are in competition.
No, they shouldn't.
As opposed to they still work together.
The Bible says, like, when you marry your wife, you leave your family, right?
It says that to a degree. It does say that.
Like, so I'm just saying, like, how can you, when you find your wife, you find your family, and then you leave your family? How does that make sense? Because you have to be able to, like, make your own decisions outside of the family that you came accustomed to. You have to be able to build on your own. Yeah. So I feel like sometimes in African American households, realistically, because we are Black women, we are more single parentage. Yeah. To a degree, and I feel like we're like, oh, you know, it's like, I'm not saying take away from like nurturing your son, to hugging him and showing him that love. What I'm saying is found that boundary. That boundary. Yeah. You know, my son like, listen, if I'm going out, I'm going out. Yeah. You know, no disrespect to my son, no disrespect to my girls. They want to know where I'm going because they care about me. Yeah. With that being said, it's like every aspect of my life doesn't have to be lived through them. They don't need to know. Every guy I deal with, they don't need to know. Exactly. They don't need to know.
Sure.
That doesn't need to be.
They've graduated to that.
So it's like, level. Okay, right, you know what I mean? Right. So it's like, no, every person doesn't have.
Mama gonna have to live now. Mama gonna have to live. And like I said this before in previous podcasts. But it's just the truth, and I'm so glad when I discovered this, because it's just the truth that when you look at what it says and you look at life experience, it tends to add up. So this guy said the 3 stages of parenting: they idolize, they demonize, then they humanize. So when they're a kid, a baby, They idolize you. They idolize you.
And
you
then
feed them. You keep them alive.
that
You know,
teenage
they
year,
love
they
you.
demonize them.
Then the reason why they demonize you is because now they think they have a brain of their own.
Yeah.
They're trying to stand on their own understanding. So they'll point out mistakes you made and things you to justify the mistakes they're about to make.
Exactly.
To justify the things they're about to make.
justify that y'all on the same page.
Exactly, right?
It's
and,
like, I know what you know,
did,
and it's
exactly. So I'm gonna make the same.
No, you don't. You haven't experienced that yet.
Exactly.
Oh my God, I dealt with that.
So
Okay.
so they're fighting for this. What they're doing with that is that they're demonizing you to a degree to fight for their own right to make mistakes.
Yeah.
They're like, you're not so perfect. Don't get mad at me. And you're saying that I know the world.
Yeah.
I love you. I'm trying to stop you from making these mistakes to protect you from harm.
Yeah.
So they have to come at you and discredit you in order to fight to make those mistakes. So here's what happens. They go explore the world. They see now what you were saying.
Mm-hmm.
And now they humanize you. They go, all right, my mother's a woman. My dad's a man.
Yeah.
This is the world that they had to do. Now I know the world they will protect me from. And now I can see how they could have been way more of an asshole. They're not that bad. They really did love me. That I can see what they're saying. Because they had to go through that to be able to humanize you. You know what I mean? So they go through the demonizing phase. I want to stand up. I'm doing my own thing. And then they see what the world is. Then they look back at you. They're like, you know what? My mother tried to help me. She really did a good job.
Yeah.
Low-key. And then they humanize. Then they get so as long as the demonizing phase isn't too traumatic,
yeah,
your kid will come back to you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If they loved you in the end, if they loved you in the beginning, and you gave them good love, and they rebelled against you to do their little thing in the demonizing phase, if you were a good parent in the end, they'll come back to you. You know what I mean? They'll come back to you.
My children, I feel like my oldest daughter, she told me that she was like, I was so mean to you as a teenager, and I apologize, right? But she's in her 20s now. You know what I'm saying? She didn't hit 21, and she's standing on her own, and
she beat
her
the curve.
own
Normally,
shit.
don't come back till 26, 27.
Yeah. So like, I was just like, but like even with my children, like I'm appreciative because my children are still children, and I say that to say that it's like I can still call them, and I'm not huge, close to my mother, but like my children are close to me, and I can call them and be like, let's do family night. And they're like, okay, let's do family night. And we're all trying to figure out what to do and make it make sense. And then my oldest daughter is my peacemaker. Yeah. So every time the kids that my children that still live with me, they're mad at me. She's like, I don't know why you tripping because mom ain't as bad as you think you is. And it's like, she humanizes me more than
she helps to
bridge that gap, you know? So it's like, it's really appreciative because I know if I would have had that when I was growing up with my mother, and to a degree, I had that with my stepfather because he made my mother look more human to me, you know? And I don't know how it was with your stepfather, but it's like, I needed him to help me with those battles. So every battle was not meant to be fought. Yeah. Right? And in some battles, I was like, oh, my mama tripping.
I dealt with my mother more on that aspect, you know what I mean? Like, to a degree, it's like, that's why I feel such a strong way about cheating to a degree because my stepfather's Jamaican man was a little loose with the weeder, you know what I mean, a little bit, you know what I mean?
I'm a cheater.
So he's done a lot of cheating. So
Sorry.
Dealing with my mom, it's terrible.
I tell people that all the time. I apologize. I'm not a cheater for real, but yeah, I understand why people cheat.
Yeah, so
I don't.
Terrible. So
I could get like I'm not saying that I'm like condoning cheating. What I'm saying is that like I can understand the unhappiness of people, and I can understand you moving too fast when you don't need to move fast as you think because people are comfortable, and it's like comfortability doesn't mean long term. Yeah, right. Convenience and comfortability go hand in hand, and that doesn't mean. And I think people get into relationships and situationships based on comfortability and convenience.
It does happen a lot. That's why coworkers. That's why it happens.
Well, we should not like. No, I don't know about coworkers.
I'm just saying.
I don't deal with work affair.
No.
Not this year.
You funny. But
not this year. I'm not. I'm sorry.
Saying, but dealing with my mother and see, my mother shared her pain with me a lot. So like, there was a time.
Are you the oldest?
Yeah.
Okay, that's why.
I disconnected. There was a time when I was like 12 or 13 where I got off the roller coaster because there was a time when my stepfather would cheat, my mother would kick him out, whatever. With that roller coaster right back.
And you were her best friend.
And I was a therapist, Loki talking to her, right?
You were the oldest.
Yeah, and I was. There was times I was invested where like, oh, he's done, he's out, then he comes back, then he's
like,
out.
What the hell is wrong with you?
Right. So, at 13, I just like I stopped being invested in the end result. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all gonna stay together or not stay
Did that
together.
hurt?
You know what I mean? I'm not gonna say it hurt. I
Or
get
was it
I
disappointing because I know for my children, right? They see me as a bigger person,
yeah.
and it's like they see me in this light, and then see a person that you hold as a hero, and they just not knowing their true value and true worth is
It came
disappointing.
it came the reason all right. Not disappointed, but it added uncertainty to my life that I couldn't grapple with kinda. It wasn't until I took responsibility for my own life
Mm-hmm.
where her uncertainty and her decision making no longer affected me to a degree where like, well, I have my own apartment. I moved back here because I have a plan. I have agency over my life, so I don't feel like whatever decision she makes, whatever divorce, sell the house, move back to New York, whatever you want to do, like I'm at the point where I can sustain myself. I can move out of it. I could. Well, I'm not. It doesn't affect my life. Whereas before, whatever the bills, whatever, it affected my life more. So I was more tied into it. So even at 13 or 12 and stuff, I was just like emotionally, I was like, well, my mother, at that point, I was my mother's a breadwinner.
Mm-hmm.
My mother makes the money. My
I
mother pays the
understand.
bills
I understand.
at the end of the day.
I understand.
My stepfather's cool and I got love for him, but I never asked my stepfather for anything.
Right. You know
Oh,
your mother. You
I
can
always
depend on
cared
your
about my
mother.
mother. Exactly. So I'm
Yeah.
like, regardless of how this relationship is going or how it goes, my mother's going to hold shit down regardless.
Yeah.
So why do I have to worry about it for real?
But
You know
they
what I
kind
mean?
of like I know they have to hurt you as a child only because it's like I don't want my mother to have to depend on taking care of everything her whole life.
Yeah.
I want her to be dependent on
I didn't
somebody else
feel that way.
eventually
I didn't feel that
because
way.
I'm dependent on her.
I didn't feel that way. That didn't really click in my head until I moved out as an older person.
Yeah.
Because
And how old were you?
when I moved out, I was probably like I was like maybe like 24, 25.
Okay.
I had an apartment for 2 years. But when I moved out and I was no longer living there, because there was a little domestic violence that had happened.
It
Right.
happened.
Right. And me when in high school I was benching 275. So in high school all that shit stopped. You know what I mean? Because this wasn't gonna happen with me being in the house with my mom. That was the end of that. My stepfather was like kind of skinny. I'm just saying it wasn't gonna happen.
It's like, listen, I'm not doing.
I'm
not going for that.
I'm not a violent person. You know what I mean? But
territory is territory.
He felt my strength. He understood that
Yeah.
I wasn't gonna allow it. So it stopped to the point, right? To a degree, pretty much stopped.
So
You know what I mean?
so you left the house.
So it didn't continue when I left the house. But when I left the house, I was worried about that.
Mm-hmm.
I knew it was a thing that happened.
Mm-hmm.
I knew that me coming of age and becoming strong enough to become a factor was a major reason why it stopped happening.
Right.
And me leaving the house with my mom and my little sister made me feel like I was then leaving them more vulnerable to the return of said behavior.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Which, to my knowledge, did not return in my absence.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Which I'm happy to say. But
Yeah.
that's something I worried about. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Because I'm like, I know I'm holding it down. I know to a degree I'm the security to a degree. You know what I mean? So me leave my mom to go live with my girlfriend or to go make an apartment, to go find her apartment to have her place to move or whatever. Like, these are my women family here, my mom, my little sister. You know what I mean? I feel like I'm leaving them. But at least they were good. So I didn't feel that way until I left the house. You know what I mean? Because you're still there. Anything happens, you're there. You can hear it. You're there. When you're not there, you're like living. You're not there.
I don't know what's going on.
I don't know. I
It's
literally
like
don't
you
know
said,
what's
the
going on.
uncertainty.
Yeah, the uncertainty. You know what I mean? So, you know, it is what it is. I heard Will Smith say this one time, and it made me look at him different, low key. I'll be honest. He said that in an interview that he always felt like a coward because he said that he was in a similar situation. Like, he dealt with, I think it was his actual dad. It wasn't right stuff, but either way, he dealt with his mom dealing with domestic abuse, and he was a son, and he said that he never stepped up to defend his mom. He never.
But that's not your place as a son.
He not got. There's a reason why he felt like a coward his whole life. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, bro. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. At 6, you might not have all your mind together, but at 16, as a man, you pretty much done growing. At 16, 17, you pretty much done growing. You got as much man body on you. You got your youth on you as you're gonna get. You know what I mean? And you
So
was
you hit your growth spurt.
You pretty much done, dog. At 17, 18, I'll be honest, you pretty much done. So Um, and you feeling as a protector that's ingrained in you. You want to protect people that you love. So I understand maybe it could have been a more vicious man coming up against. You know, I can understand how men could be, but at the same time, it's like if you never even tried,
Yeah.
if you never even once stepped, you was in that room, you heard the argument, you heard the furniture moving, nigga. You know what it sounds like. If
Yeah.
you a young kid listening, you was in there playing video games, then you heard the argument, then you turned the TV down, and you was listening to the argument as a young kid, and you heard it go past where it normally goes. You know what I mean? You sitting there as a young man, you never wanted to go out your room and go investigate, see what the fuck is really going on. You never, at what age? 15, 16, 17? You still living there. At what age you never wanted to go? At what age?
But that shouldn't be put on you.
It shouldn't. It's a fucked up situation.
How did you? Okay, so my question is like, because this is me asking mother to son more so.
Yeah.
How did you feel about your mother afterwards? Going through that and continually going through that and being there with him and staying with him. How did you feel about her?
I didn't feel any way about her more as I felt like he was a weak man taking advantage of the situation. You know what I mean?
You didn't feel about her in any way. That didn't make you feel.
On one hand, I was disappointed in her, but I was still mad at him. I still saw him as the aggressor and the activator in the situation.
Because just knowing like your mother is a strong person.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
But at the same time, I couldn't understand why she chose him or why she didn't see the reason to go. But maybe I was a reason. Maybe because she was a single mother. Maybe because I was there. You know what I mean? She felt like she couldn't get. So I don't know. I don't know why. I don't know.
I don't think it has.
I never looked at her like that. Though. I never blamed her. You know what I mean?
With you. I just think as single parents, it's like when you a single woman, to a degree, like you know your value, but you take what you can get.
Because
you get what I'm saying?
Because like, here's a question that women.
Kids are different.
Here's a question that women have. I've stopped asking this question because I'm a blunt guy, too honest, and it's the reason why I've talked myself out of a lot of pussy. You know what I mean? Like,
ain't nothing wrong with that.
I don't
because every pussy ain't good pussy.
Yeah, I don't got like game. I'm not trying to game myself. So a lot of times I'm too honest and it talks myself out of it. So I've asked women this question before, and it's the reason why I didn't get it. But I was because to a certain degree I realized it wasn't a good situation. So what I asked him was this: what would you tell your son if he brought you home? What would you tell him after?
That's a good question.
You know what I mean? Because
what do you mean, first day or no?
Like this is your son.
Okay.
You're the woman that he's bringing home to present to mom as his potential wife. When after that dinner, after that engagement, after she leaves, what are you saying to your son about that situation? So sometimes a woman might want me to accept a certain situation. She might want me to, and I'm saying to myself, I'm a young single man with no kids, a certain caliber. This is for you to expect it's unfair. So, but for me to, I can't just say that to you. So for me to make you understand what I'm feeling like, what would you say to your son being with me if your son was me with my potential bringing you? What would you? And that's never a good question because it's like, what are you saying? I'm not worthy. What do you say? I'm not good enough.
No,
it
it's
makes
not.
a woman feel bad. So
it's like well, how it's more so like how do you tell your son to handle you? And it's like you handle with care. You understand that in the situation that I have, I'm a single parent.
It's a lot to take on.
And understand, because you got to handle with care. It's like if you're not the person to go into this thing with the foreseeing as it being long term, don't get into it.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, this woman has lived a life.
Yeah.
And live so much life that they're looking for something that's more stable.
More stable. That's what they want.
If you can't give stability and consistency, then this ain't for you.
It's such a back and because it's like on one hand it's like I've heard men say this and like sometimes single mothers got the most sense because they're living for something more than themselves. They have a sense of purpose. They know what life is. So you're more likely to be able to find a single mother with a better head on her shoulders than a woman with no kids that's just living for herself. You know what I mean? So what a guy was like, sometimes the mental makeup of a single mother might be more easier to deal with. You know what I mean? So there was a time where a woman being a single mother was a disqualifying factor. Yeah. Like literally, I heard you had a kid, and I was not.
I have people like that.
I'm not like the option of a relationship is like cut off.
Right.
I will still deal with you like sexually, but like I'm not trying to start any sort of relationship.
Because I can't invest myself into that.
Yeah, because like at the end
I know you require more.
It's been to one degree. It's because I felt like I need to be. I feel like I'm always gonna be second to the kid. You know what I mean? Like as far as your priorities. You know what I mean? Like even if, but I feel like it's like, how can I put it? All right, if you had a kid, if you had a woman that was your wife, and she was in childbirth and she was having a baby, right? And the doctor came to you and said, "Yo, the labor's not going right, bro. You got one choice. You could keep your wife, or you can have this baby, because she about to die in a childbirth. You can kill the baby, keep your wife, or you can keep your wife, or you can kill your wife and have the baby." A lot of times, I feel like men in that situation would probably choose to keep the wife. You know what I mean? And you could try again with the baby. You know what I mean? Possibly. You know what I mean? It depends. Unless he's had trouble with having kids in the past and he feels some type of way about it. You know
I think it depends on how much responsibility you want to take on.
Yeah, I'm supposed to have that father alone right there too, right? But I said that to say, if she has a kid already and you're in a relationship and it's the three of y'all, it's you, the kid she had already, and you're the stepfather, and she has to choose between you, the man, and the kid.
I'm gonna choose my kid every time.
You're gonna choose the kid every time, and the only reason why,
even if I had your child, I would think the same thing.
But the only reason why you as a man are not okay with that is because that's not your kid. Because if that was your kid and she felt that way, that's what you would want her to do.
But see,
because that's your line. You want your mother to protect you. That's why you go into harm's way. You take
but at the same time, I feel like the dudes that I deal with.
But now you're dying for another man's kid to go into the future.
They know how much value I put into my relationship with my children.
Yeah.
That they always know they come second to my children.
You gotta know that.
I put that that's like.
But as a man,
that goes into my relationship.
I understand that, though.
You know how it's like even my family know you can't say bad. You can't say shit bad about me and my kids.
Yeah.
You can't say shit bad about Virginia kids. I'm gonna tell you that off bail. Okay. Because I'm gonna tell you my kids is the best of all kids. Period. I got the right kids for me.
Yep.
Period. You can't tell me shit about my kids. You can tell my mama. You can't tell me shit bad about my children. With that being said, any man I deal with know that I can show you a text. The man was like, I know I gotta come after your kids. Yeah, you do.
100%.
For sure.
100%.
For sure.
100%.
Like those are my children have been through my life, through my time, through everything, and don't think of it as like you're not my partner. Understand that as my partner, you got to know that we put in my children first. I'm putting your children first as my partner. I done dated guys with kid children.
Yeah.
And I'm like, your children come before me.
Yeah.
Because that's just like they didn't ask to be here. We lived our life.
Yeah.
We live.
But that's a different stage. That's a different stage of dating that you're in right now. Me as the third. I feel like when I get to a point, if I have kids or I'm older, I would be more willing to accept. But like I said, dating, like single mother used to be a disqualifying. Now it's not a disqualifying factor.
Okay.
Like now I'm like, if she comes with the right mindset, I'm all about mindset.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's the reason why I'm thinking about starting a relationship with Travis Hunter, because she's
the
willing
person,
to.
The person you start a relationship with the right mindset.
Yeah, because she's willing to be an assistant.
The assistant. Okay. See your plans.
She will be willing to run the camera system. She'd be willing to be my camera woman for street interviews. You know what I mean? She's willing to be an assistant and be trying to do my thing. You know what I mean?
She's willing to help you build.
She's willing to help me build. You know what I mean? So if you got a woman that can help you build, you're willing to build, then that's like invaluable as a business. You know what I mean? As opposed to you could get a better looking girl, no doubt, but is she gonna offer more value to your life for real? Is she gonna be willing to do that more, or is she gonna, be too caught up in her own thing, or if she's a much she gotta work because like she doesn't have kids. That's the thing. Like if you want a woman to get on your page, if she has too much going on, then it's harder to convince her. Because like I said, it's harder. You know what I'm saying? Like if you have kids, she has too much of a life. Even if she got no kids, but she 1 year from being a doctor and she been in school for like
you can't change
from
that.
like 8 years and shit. If you think you about to get in a relationship with her on 1 year before she become finally a doctor and about to change anything about her schedule, anything about to get any sort of priority, it's a wrap. It's a wrap.
So it's your thing to try to get someone where, I mean, like, do you want to build a bear?
A girl got mad at me. A girl got mad at me for saying this one time.
I ain't saying
I said this.
Build a bear, but it's like
I said this and I didn't mean to say it like how I said it. But at the time, what I said was I want a girl with no ambition. But that's not what I meant. That's not what I meant.
You meant you want. I know. I understand what you mean. It's not. It's not. I want the girl with the motivation to put her spirit in me and let me go from there.
But my thing was this: why it used to be a time when a girl's ambition was to be a great mother and a great wife. What happened to that? That's no good no more.
Now she want me barefoot.
A good.
That doesn't even make any sense.
A girl
to
can't
me.
just want to be a good wife now.
A woman.
That's not good enough.
But why would I feel like? Okay, I feel like what is a good wife? What constitutes as a good wife? What do you think as a good what gives you value as a good wife? Is someone submissive and someone that believes in what you're saying? Are you gonna believe in their goals too? Because I feel like it depends on what you good at. It depends on the good wife is.
I've like look now. I've heard this said to me before from an ex-girlfriend, and it hurt my feelings. But it made me.
I love it feeling hurt.
But it made me think about
a growing situation.
But it made me think about how I organize situations going forward. She said to me, I wasn't keeping track of the days that she had to go to college. You know what I mean? That I wasn't, but she was keeping track of like my Freestyle Friday, something like that. Like she felt like she was living in my shadow. You know what I mean? She felt like the focus.
She was investing in you, and you weren't investing in her.
That's what she was saying, right?
Especially her time.
Exactly, right.
That's important.
Yeah. So, meanwhile, I felt like I was supporting her. But at the same time, I was like, all right, you felt that way. So I don't want to be so demanding or so dominating that her as an individual gets lost in that. Her is her own vision, her own individual path for life, her own assets, her own contribution, her own accomplishments get lost in the big well of me doing my thing. You know what I mean? So I heard that criticism, and I was like, I want to keep that in mind. I don't want the girl I'm dealing with to feel like I'm so focused on Charlie J. I'm so focused on my brand. I'm so focused on my business that I don't have any time to think about to help your vision might be or help what you might be trying to do.
Well, you on the back burner.
Exactly. You know what I mean? So I think about that sometimes. As much as you want to dominate, but that's something, when I be like, dog, like, but a guy be like, dog, like, so I work to pay for everything. Like hypothetically, just hypothetically, I make it and I'm a millionaire and I got bad money and I can pay for the house, pay for everything. Now I gotta worry about you chasing your dreams. When I done pay for, can't you just be happy? God,
what's wrong with me wanting to benefit?
All right. I'll pay for you to start a little business that's gonna fail. And
not a little business that's gonna fail. Thanks for the motivation.
I'm saying.
You wanted me to wait these 10 years for your success story to happen, and you can't wait another 10 for mine to happen?
I'm like, look, I'll fund you.
What type of shit you on?
But so it's fucked. That's fucked up. If I feel like
it's
all right,
up.
so
it's
even if I
and
like fund your business, even if I fund
business.
your business, all I'm saying is this: like even if I fund your business and I allow you to start a business,
you allow me.
But no, I'm saying you can
Verbiage
do it.
is everything.
I'm just saying, you're right. But you want to do it. I'll let you do it. I'll let you
do
it, right?
Do it.
But all I'm saying is this.
With your money.
I
believed in you and I took my time.
Yeah, but look, here's the thing.
That I said, you know what? I don't want anything. I'm going to help you. I'm going to be your assistant for free.
Here's the pressure.
And you don't have to pay anyone for that.
Here's the pressure, right? I have to succeed.
Here you go.
I have to succeed.
No.
With my business, I have to succeed. I have to make money, right? But what I'm saying with you with your business, you can pursue it. But I'm saying you don't have you like if your business fails, the family don't starve. You know what I'm saying?
Says who?
But if my business fails, we're fucked.
You know what's wrong with people in this world? What? They don't go into relationships as if it's a business and a partnership. All relationships are a business.
It is.
If you don't believe marriage is a business, that's crazy to me. We're signing a contract.
But that's Western philosophy. You know that?
It's a contract. I'm sorry.
But that's arranged marriages versus Western philosophy says, I love you. Where Eastern philosophy says, you own material like silk, you own a tailor shop.
And we're coming together.
To make a better union.
That's why there was dowry. That's why people still give dowries.
Yeah, like you own a still shop.
I'm giving you this goat to be with because she the goat.
Yeah,
so I'm giving you the goat.
Exactly.
To be with the goat. You know what I'm saying?
That's arranged, man, but those used to last longer. As opposed to we're married for love.
Because it's a business ship. At the end of the day, both of us have a financial well-being. And it's not. I'm not saying that like finances should be at the end of the day, but it's like,
but
if you ain't going to this with a business mindset, that's crazy to me because you don't go into your business half-hearted. So why would you go into a relationship and love half-hearted?
Exactly.
You don't. You don't. You watch who you go into business with. If I go to the doctor, I'm Googling 50 fucking million doctors and be like,
exactly.
Okay, I need to
this
make
one's
sure.
a good one.
So like, I need to get. Okay, I want to meet your friends. I want to see how y'all act.
Your friends matter a lot. There's so much to get. I'm gonna stop because
I want to meet your friends.
Oh no! All right, I gotta stop. Listen, we're talking to Charles. Charles, come in. Charles, the British news. Charles, come in. Charles, please come in. Charles, talk to Charles.
Charles?
Yeah, Charles.
Who is Charles?
Oi, Charles here with the news and headlines. You know what I mean? To keep you lot informed of what's going on in the world, the headlines and all that. You understand? And the first story here coming up here, Tucker Carlson here coming up here. So we got pause on that. Tucker Carlson had an interview with Vladimir Putin in the fucking middle of the war going on with Ukraine and all that. No U.S. journalist has had the balls to go over there in threat of being imprisoned and all that. But Tucker Carlson has actually gone over there to talk to them about the fucking face, bruv. So I'm just going to play just a tad bit of the interview just so you can say that you saw a bit of it. You know what I mean? Keep you lot on the phone. Here we are. Come on.
You for sure.
I was busy that day. Nate, do you have? I did not blow up Nord Stream. Thank you, though.
У вас лично, может быть, есть алиби. У вас лично.
You personally may have an alibi, but the CIA has no such alibi.
Do you have evidence that NATO or the CIA did it?
Знаете,
You know, I won't get into details, but people always say in such cases, look for someone who is interested. But in this case, we should not only look for someone who is interested, but also for someone who has capabilities. Because there may be many people interested, but not all of them are capable of sinking to the bottom of the Baltic Sea and carrying out this explosion. These two components should be connected. Who is interested and who is capable of doing it.
But I'm confused. I mean, that's the...
So you see that, you know what I mean? That's something they're not trying to, you know what I mean, publicize to the Americans. They don't want the Russian perspective to be publicized. That's why Tucker Carlson going over there is a bit of a news statement, you understand? So all sorts of people are actually saying that Tucker Carlson should not be allowed back in the United States just because he went as a journalist to go present information to the people. You understand? He's not censoring Vladimir Putin. He's not, all he's saying is asking them questions that people want to listen to, and we're not fucking hearing it because it's American censorship. So, you know what I mean? You lot go ahead, give a listen. If you want to have a little bit of a different perspective as to what's going on there in Russia, you know what I mean? With that, moving on here, next story up. Russia and China, apparently, according to this headline, Russian President Vladimir Putin and Chinese President have formed an alliance, you know what I mean? And they're supporting each other. So what that means, if you think about the World War happening, a fight with Russia means a fight with China, you understand? And a fight with China means a fight with Russia, and that's not an alliance to be sneezing at, you understand? That's a pretty formidable people to be going up against, and that's not good for us. So Vladimir Putin's making negotiations with other major world powers, and he's doing what he has to do, you know what I mean, to make his people able to fight against the mighty America. So just think about that. We're fucking headed for war, isn't it? You know what I mean? So last story up here. According to officials in Chile, pause this a bit. According to officials in Chile, 131 people have died, and many more are missing after a large fire broke out following a heat wave that wreaked havoc across the nation in recent days. At least 3,000 homes were destroyed. We have some images here of a bit of the carnage going on for the fire for people there living there. You know what I mean? This is going on in Chile, you know, South America, man. Some drone footage there. Imagine driving with a car. Just where are you going, bruv? I'll go the other direction. I don't know where you're driving to, but it's done. I'm just saying.
There's no other direction to go into.
I know, man. It's just driving, just fire. I don't know what's that way, but I'm going that way. You understand? But it's just ridiculous. Look at the drone footage. Just carnage, just ashes.
It looks like the California wildfire.
Yeah, it does. Anyway, man, thoughts and prayers go out to the families and the people there in South America and how to deal with that in Chile. And for more information on these headlines, feel free to do your own fucking research. And with that, back to you, Charlie. Thanks, Charles. I appreciate that with the news and headlines. Give us little news going on around the world. You know what I mean?
I like that. That was cute.
It's a bit. Thanks. A bit of news headlines.
Okay,
I do that every day.
All right,
But yeah, now it's the brand building segment. So
who segment?
brand building segment.
Oh, okay.
So I start with guests with this. Normally, if they have a business, or if their friend have a business, or if they just want to plug their social media, or if they want to give shout out to another business.
Yeah.
This is an opportunity for my guests and people to promote themselves. You know what I mean? Or to promote whatever they got going on. You know what I mean? So if you want them to come follow you, or if you maybe have someone else that you want them to follow, you know what I mean?
Oh, that's cool.
Or someone you want to, or if it's just that black restaurant you mentioned earlier, if you want to shout them out again,
Right.
whoever you want to give a little love to.
Oh.
But what business, what entity you want to?
Oh, okay. So my homegirl, Akila, I love her. She's like my best friend. She's like my sister. Shout out to her. She has Heart and Soul Shoutique, and I love it. Not only does she have the Shoutique, she's a stylist, and her sister like do event planning. So like if anytime you want like a cute little event going with flowers as well as like table settings, and you want to get a chef offered into that, hit up my girl Akila for her Heart and Soul Shoutique.
I love that.
She'll make it make sense for you all, because why not support us when we're supporting us?
In Black History Month, go ahead and support her black event planner. If you're able to make
She's
your event
amazing.
happen.
I love
With
her.
a chef pulling too, that's a lovely thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Listen,
so shout out to,
okay.
What's the name of it again?
Heart and Soul Shoutique.
Heart and Soul Shoutique. Go
Yes.
check it out. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I'm trying to get it for you
Yes.
guys. Yeah, absolutely. You know what I mean? Brave on the segment with Charlie G. You know what I'm saying? That's another week in the bag. You know what I'm saying? About here, making it happen. You know what I mean? Handling my business, working hard like I always do. As you can see, I have bought another mic last week, so now we have 2 Rode Kai Master mics. I also bought another headphone, so I'm not using my gamer headphones anymore. I got official podcast headphones for me and the guest. You know what I mean? She's actually wearing the new headphones. First time wearing it. On this one here, she's modeling it. Looking very nice. Looking very nice. You know what I mean? So I'm very happy to make that upgrade. As well as I have for the first time, I'm going to try to give it to you guys. Hang on. For the first time ever on the podcast. Exclusive. We, Charlie G.
The Charlie G.
We just got our first. I'm trying to find it. Hang on.
What you got? Where are you introducing to these people? I love it.
Raid. Trying to get it. Rainy. Come on. My bad. I'm trying to get the pop up. Here you go. Rainy Day Reels. Yeah. Rainy Days, this brand, right? My homie brand that he started up. So CharlieGtv has his very first promo code.
Oh, get the hell out of here.
If you go to rainydays.org and order a t-shirt.
A t-shirt? That's what they do?
Yeah. They give a large, my homie gives a large percent of his profits to a charity for mental health. So Rainy Days is like,
That's
you get sad on rainy days, so
Yeah,
it's a mental health brand. You know what I mean? If you go to rainydays.org and you use promo code CharlieG, you get 20% off a shirt.
I love
you know what I mean? So we got our very first promo code.
Not a black-owned business and a promo code. Get out of here.
But still, promo code.
Black History Month.
We out here, right? For first promo code out here. First promo code. Let's get it popping, right? We out here, you know what I'm saying?
We love it.
For first promo code of many, hopefully got many sponsors happening. So yeah, go to rainydays.org and order yourself a t-shirt, support mental health.
Because of Charlie G.
And type in promo code CharlieGtv, get you 20% off. You know what I mean?
Get you one of those.
Yeah, get you one of those.
I want one. I'm going to see the t-shirt.
20%.
I'm at the rock one.
Right? My first promo code, you know what I mean? It's the first of many. Hopefully I get one for fucking what you call it, DraftKings next and shit.
I like your t-shirt.
I appreciate that.
When we gonna be selling those?
It's coming soon. I have a merch store that's gonna be coming out.
We gonna need a
promo code. Yeah,
Charlie G
shirt.
Yeah,
You're right about that.
Different colors and everything.
I got a line coming out.
In a rainy day, you can still count on Charlie G.
100%. You 100% can. You definitely can. You know what I mean? I'm coming every week, all the time.
I love it.
I mean? So and also I like to give an update on the analytics. So looking at the analytics here, we are going for this current month. Looking at the analytics. Where's it at? Where is clicks on page overview? Where is the looking for the impressions? Honestly, looking for the impressions. I got y'all. I'll find it for y'all.
It's a lot going on right here.
Yeah.
I'm not even lying. It's a lot. It's interesting to watch.
It's just Facebook in there. All right. That's the followers going up. There we go. All right. So impressions from February 1st to February 8th. You know what I mean? We got 13,000 on YouTube. A surprising update. Facebook. Let me tell you something. So Instagram's been underperforming for whatever reason. The algorithm hasn't been working with me. But Facebook, I've gained. So in the beginning of this year, I had 2 followers on Facebook. And it might not seem like a lot, but I have 18 now. You know what I mean? And
from the beginning?
From the beginning of this year.
That's
So
nice.
2 to 18 now. And
old people really checking in.
Yeah, I'm telling you, Facebook, I shit on the Facebook community, thought it was dead. But let me tell you something. Almost everyone
It's
about
35 and up.
I've been getting 300 views, 500 views, 700 views, couple likes. The Facebook community is alive and active, and it's outpacing Instagram and TikTok right now. And TikTok gave me a solid 200-300 views, and even I still get 6,000 on TikTok. You know what I mean? So when I release these clips, even snippets of this one,
YouTube still the closest though. Thank y'all.
YouTube still I just had a clip on TikTok on YouTube today. Got 7,000 views on some comedy
Shout
shit
out
with
to
a
these
bear.
views,
you know what I
y'all.
mean?
Keep it up.
Making it happen. So just in 8 days, 36,000 views. We're on our road to 100K in February. In order for me to reach that, I got to get at least 25,000 views every 7-day period. You know what I mean? And I'm on pace to do that. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to keep it up for you guys so I can hit 100K this month. And then what? 150 in March. We should stay going up. What? We gonna stay at 100K? Not 150. Then 200. Till we at $1 million a month. You heard me?
Steve Harvey said what one model I followed when I watched him on Earn Your Leisure.
Yeah.
He said that people get mad at the money that they're making, but you got to remember the same money you making last year ain't the same money you making this year. Yeah. Just like your views, the same views you had last year ain't the same one. If you can double 25 to 50, you doing something better. Because last month you had 25 and this month you had 50. So the game more important.
Exactly.
It's just like to garner. You just changing your goalposts.
100%. Because my goal for January was 30,000 views, and I ended January with a lot, so because of that, previous month, if it shows January 1st to January 30th, if you look at that last month from January 1st, it says 93,000. You know what I mean? 42,000, of course. So, but when I ended it recalculated, but the numbers it added it in. You know what I mean? Because I had a couple posts go viral on January 31st, so they got kind of split between the two. You know what I mean? Just viralism. One of them hit almost 10,000 on YouTube and shit like that. Nice. You know what I mean? So because of that, I was really looking at 70 something when I posted 1,000. But by the last 3 days, I got a bad views those last 2 days of January. So it really ended up being 93. Nice. But I want 100. Like I said, I want 100,000 for this month. You know what I mean? And next month 150,000. Building up to what I get. I need 3 million views in 90 days to get monetized.
I love that. Let's make it happen.
So I'm building towards that. That way I can actually start making money off of these views.
Yeah.
Because that shit last month. Let me tell you something. Based on my research, if I got 42,000 views and I was monetized on YouTube, then that'd be about, I'm gonna say maybe about $600-$700, depending, maybe $1,000, depending a month.
A month. That's not bad though.
That's about
because I call it mailbox income.
Yeah, and that's
that income you sit on.
That's my third job, type shit. You know, I'd be
because he's Jamaican.
Yeah, if I stay working, that's not.
Yes, they do.
So yeah, I just wanted to show you guys. You can see on here.
And they like milk tea.
Yeah, for sure.
And rum cake.
Yes, we love rum.
We love a rum cake.
Yeah, man.
Only Jamaican rum get you in the garbage can. I've had it a couple of times before, and I don't remember what happened. It's a scary thing.
Rum is that scary? Yeah, that's not.
And that's how I talk when I drink Jamaican rum. I'm always scared to my Jamaican friends. He said, I'll bring you rum. I said, please don't. No, I don't need none of that stuff. Girl, you put that in my cake and I enjoy it that way.
Oh, you funny.
It's like I'm on it myself.
So yeah, I mean,
that's 100%.
I know how. I already know how I.
One of our senior United States senators.
The Brand Builder segment end with a segment of some music, one of my written Wednesdays.
Are
But
you, do you end with a musical song you like, or like something that's original, or?
I end with a song that I made, like or like one of my.
You're an artist.
I'm a
You
rapper as
rapper?
well.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah,
I didn't know that.
yeah,
I'm
absolutely.
finding out new shit every day.
See, the thing what I discovered is that
Uh-oh.
I had a problem with like at one point like years ago, I was like, you could be a fan of my podcast and never hear my music.
Yeah.
You know
so
what I
you
mean?
intertwine
Where
both of
yeah,
them.
yeah. So I was like, let me make a little segment where like I just play one song just for 2-3 minutes. It's an hour long, 2 hours long.
2
I
hours.
could play one song.
It's
You know
Uncle
what I mean?
Shay Shay.
You know exactly. I could play one motherfucking song. You know what I'm
Just
saying?
one. Owner proprietor.
Just one. You know what I mean? So that you can at least hear. You know what I mean? Even though I haven't made a written Wednesday in so long that you can see how far I'm having to scroll.
Is those pictures of you?
Yeah.
Get out of here.
That's on me. Yeah, it's a man there.
Stop it.
It's on me. You know what I mean?
Whoa.
You know what I mean?
The
Yeah.
Virgins of Carl through the years.
Oh my God.
This is crazy.
This is CharlieGtv since I started. You know what I mean?
Oh shit.
I can show you an old picture. You don't want to see.
Like these pictures. I'm looking at you right now. I don't recognize you. Look at your 29th birthday. You don't even look the same.
I've lost a little weight. I've changed up a little bit. You know what I mean?
Oh,
but
look at the muscles.
oh my God.
Oh, he's drinking.
But yeah, let me find. You killing me.
What is
Let
he
me
drinking?
let me hurry up and find a written Wednesday
Uh-oh.
that I can feel comfortable playing in front of Virginia.
For the beat?
Which one is this one?
Welcome.
Nah.
Uh-oh.
Wait. You know what?
That's you?
Actually, yeah.
Voice not even the same. You see how he does his Jamaican dialect when he's
Nah,
with you?
man. You understand?
And then
I
he
have a
goes
better
back.
mic.
But like when he's doing the CharlieGtv, like the review, he goes into his London dialect. He a bruv.
You understand?
He
Yeah, man.
hits you
Yeah,
with
bruv.
the bruv like he's from university.
You understand? Yeah, man.
Oh, he hits you with the
Honestly, I'm a
university.
professor. You understand?
University
Of
accent.
2 master degrees in this.
I see this now.
I went to Cambridge and all that. I went to
oh,
Oxford. Do you not know?
Yeah, I didn't know now
Exchange
until
student,
now.
man. No, I'm joking.
I didn't know now.
Honestly.
All of you islanders go over
Yeah.
there.
You know.
That's when you feel comfortable.
Exactly.
Give me the note to people.
You know what's funny? You know something? Jamaica was a British colony until the 70s. We only got our independence from Britain in the 70s.
That explains a lot.
So before the 70s, Jamaica was a British colony.
And that's why everyone went to London.
Yeah, man. We had the Queen and the money.
Yeah.
You know, enough Jamaican people are in London, you know.
Yeah.
Because when you're a British colony, you can't go out of London and
I
get
understand
citizenship
that now because that's
and
what
go
my
out
friend,
easy.
her grandmother stays in London.
Yeah.
And like she lives there. And
Yeah,
she
man.
lives like
They can't go on easy to Jamaica.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. They can't take over you. But because them take over you, can't go on back to them homeland.
Exactly.
Easy. So
And
no, enough Jamaicans
They
go on
always
and do
have a
that.
boat leaving there from there.
Yeah, man.
All the time.
Yeah, man.
It's like a bus.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
crazy.
funny. So yeah, I'm gonna just play one of my
I love this. I love this right now. I love learning about Jamaica.
I met you for it. I made
Shout
this
out
one.
to Jamaica.
I need to make another one of these. I made this I think after my 1 year anniversary of CharlieGtv.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And yeah, I feel the same way even 2 years in. Like I'm still digging
I
in.
like how
know
you
what I mean?
remember all this.
Huh?
I like how you remember all these things from
Yeah.
like your past like spoken words.
Yeah, man.
It's
Yeah,
really
man.
cool.
Yeah. Cause I be.
This is the accent we talk when I'm at work.
Yeah, man.
When I'm with him, I do this all the time, and let me tell you that I have a lot of guests. They're like, "Oh, where are you from?" And I'm like, "Oh, I'm from here." And they're like, "How do you get this accent?" I said, "Well, I watch a lot of TV, man. You know."
I know if TV, man.
I say I watch a lot. Like when I talk in my British accent, I had a guest that like it was like, "I thought you were from South Africa," and
that's funny.
And I said, "Not at all."
But you know something? I've never actually been to London. I do plan to go there.
Oh,
Because me doing the accent, but as long as I've done it, I have to fucking go. You know what I mean?
Definitely have
I have
to
to see if I can blend in with my mates and all that, getting chummy in the pub
and
and
see
all
all
that.
your bro.
Yeah, bro. You know what I mean? To see my family and all that. You get me? See my brethren and them.
It'll be a great opportunity to have, yeah.
Yeah, and like Top Gun and all that, man. Over there chatting and all
I
that.
think you'll enjoy yourself, yeah.
I do. I
know-
owe it to
I know
myself
you
to go.
will.
I have to go. I do.
I think you'll have a great time.
I think so as well.
I love that for you.
Anyways, man, we'll go ahead and
Oh,
start
it's gonna
this
be
off.
so
Listen to
exciting.
this. Oi, man, we have to have a shot, yeah?
Oh, we have another shot.
If you're going to
We have
enjoy
to
the
do another
music,
shot.
if you're enjoying the music and all that, you
Look at that.
understand?
Now tomorrow all day I'm going to be talking in his accent.
Yeah, man.
And then they're not going to know where I'm from. I'm going to say, I don't know.
I don't know, man. I've just
I
got
do
really
this all the
cool
time.
friends with different backgrounds. And they
I
rub
tell
off
them
on
I'm
me.
from Detroit and I'm from the East Side. And they're like, you talk like this.
You
I
know-
say, yes, I do.
Even in New York, when I was in New York, yeah, and I did the accent for a year straight. Did I ever tell you that?
No.
The reason I have the accent, the British one in particular, when I was in high school, yeah, my junior year, and I went to the same high school all 4 years. I promise you, no mistake. Junior year, one whole year, every day when I went to school, I had the accent. And I actually tell people I was from London.
And they believe you.
Yeah, man. I had people that I knew for 2 years that I thought were fucking listening. I thought were my friend. And third year I pop up, you're from London or from La Cromer Street in Liverpool and all that. And they fucking believe me. And I'm like, oi, man, you fucking knew me 2 years, bruv. You believe
see
me?
me grow up.
And I'm like, I understand you have not been listening the whole fucking time.
Not at all.
No, not at all. Now you're listening because I sat off from London.
But you said they were close together, so it makes sense if you go back and forth. They think
and look, even in New York and Queens, I had people asking me, so what are you doing in Queens? What are you doing in Rockaway? What are you doing in here, man? Why are you not in London? You know what I mean? So me doing that here, but people are like, what are you doing in Detroit, bruv?
Exactly.
What the fuck are you doing here, man?
Exactly.
Well, why would you leave the Queens land to fucking come to Detroit, man? I don't understand.
Yeah.
So it's really funny. But the value is even higher, you know what I mean?
I love that.
The girls in New York were loving it. They're like, oh, London, it's coming in. They love that, you know what I mean? So even here, man.
The girls here love it too because I do it a lot.
They do. They love it.
I do it a lot.
But
I get better tips because of that.
I haven't used it yet. I've never had sex with a girl that I thought was from London.
You should.
No,
okay,
I've never met her.
We're getting to the end of the. So do you not do voices? Have you ever had sex and just like had a voice?
I've never.
Like, oh, I'm gonna talk like this while I'm having sex with you.
I've never actually done that, honestly.
No.
I've never actually like, oh man, take that. You love that. You're feeling that. You get me?
No.
I've never actually like.
I do voices all the time because it makes you feel like you're having sex with a different person.
It would kill me, man. I don't know if I can take that.
I'm always like.
Honestly, I can't deal with that. I've had a girl be funny before while I was doing it, and I can't take comedy.
I
can't do the comedy while I'm getting in there. It's
It's fun. It's like, oh my god, no, you're not hitting me like that.
No.
You have to stop.
No,
please,
man.
no. Oh my god.
And this is why I'm mad.
And then you hit it like that, and you're like, oh.
That's why men invented the choke, because they start having too much fun. You just gotta.
We're talking too much.
It's enough of that.
I'm going to kill her. Put that toilet in your mouth.
No, because you know what happens. You think there's fun happening. You think it's a fun time. No, man. There's straight ramming happening here. She's having a good time. Oh, Lord.
That's what a rabbit happens.
No, man. I'm going to Pound Town here. All
right, sexy red.
Yeah. Exactly. Anyways, on with the All Written Wednesday, man. Cheers to progression.
Great times.
Welcome to Written Wednesday. Bi-weekly event, you already know. Let's get it. Charlie. 1 year in, and I'm only going harder. Yeah, I made a few mistakes, but I'm only getting smarter. If I'm gonna learn to swim, then I gotta test the waters. Feel like 6 men of the year. Next time I'll be a starter. 1 year in, but I'm only going harder. Yeah, I made a few mistakes, but I'm only getting smarter. I've been going to the gym just to get my shit in order. No time for the soft shit. Motherfucker, this is Sparta. Everyone said they could do it, but nobody fucking will. Who freestyling 90 miles per hour? Jesus, take the wheel. If you drag them to the table, you gon' get a shitty deal. If they drag you to the table, you got leverage in the pill. Just a couple lessons learned while I'm trying to chase this meal. I need cash. I've been running up a bag. Learn to be a man alone. Can't give credit to my dad. All those years I spent lost till I realized what I had. Hard to goal, a sharp mind in a world that's up for grabs. But every time I grab the wheel, I be driving real fast. I'ma keep applying pressure to my foot up all their ass. Call my Glock Jimmy Neutron, cause it really got a blast, nigga. We are not in class, so I don't know why you testing this out. TikTok, pull up on your block with intelligence. I'm bang, bang, bang. Sending shots, I'm scaring residents. Sent so many cops, you would've thought I hit the president. Real nigga club, I swabbled up to get this membership. Soon as I get mad enough, a nigga started sending shit. Just like a Biggie album, life and death at the fingertips. So my boss is official, nigga. Do not doubt my penmanship. But 1 year in, and I'm only going harder. Yeah, I made a few mistakes, but I'm only getting smarter. If you're gonna learn to swim, then I gotta test the waters. I feel like 6 men of the year, but I'm only on the starter. Yeah, 1 year in, and I'm only going harder. Yeah, I made a few mistakes, but I'm only getting smarter. I've been going to the gym just to get my shit in order. No time for the soft shit, nigga. This is Sparta. I be dancing like a fish that was taken out of water. These ain't playground games, but my team is a starter. I be killing everything like Russians at the border, working way too hard to reply. I ignored her. You McDonald's milkshake bitches out of order. Came right there 2 minutes, then bitch don't show up. If you can't focus for a couple years, you won't blow up. If you can't fish your fears, then your ass will never grow up. If you can't fuck with me, cause you don't really know. You do you and I'll do me, cause I do not really know what y'all niggas really doing. You know I just
not that you dancing.
I want Shorty
Lord.
G, I let it go.
Help us
Nigga,
now.
1 year in.
Whole
man, I'm
song.
going
I thought he was
harder. Yeah, I made
Jamaican,
it
no.
through the
Yeah,
stage,
man.
but I'm only getting
Not dancing
smarter.
like
I've been
that.
going to the gym.
No slow wine for
More
me.
than No time for the soft shit. Nigga, this is Sparta.
That was the show.
With the shirt off.
Oh,
Where's-
that's an old Charlie.
Where is Spice when I need her?
I know. Oh my god. Oh my god. But
I
nah,
need the Marley Clan with him.
that's old Charlie. I gotta
One of,
get on my shit. I
All
gotta
of
get
the
on my
Marleys
shit.
need to be with him dancing in the background.
For real, untrue, you know.
That's the
But
plan.
this is the end of the. I just got. I always say too long. All right.
We were having a good time. My apologies for keeping you off topic.
No, it's okay. It's a good thing. You know what I mean?
Because we have fun.
Exactly. People always get worried when I bring them on the pod because they're like, "What are we going to talk about?"
I was excited.
Right. So yeah, I appreciate that. A lot
Yeah,
of people
I was
be
excited.
nervous.
I was like,
"What are we going to talk about?" They be nervous and stuff. Like I have a whole docket filled out, but really the docket is just we don't have to get to everything on the docket. It's not- It's just so that
You're
if-
organizationalist.
you know, just in case, you know what I mean. Have something, you know
It's
what I
like
mean.
a bad date, so you can talk about stuff.
But there is a couple things in the end I saved to the end that I wanted to bring up. I'll be honest. You know what I mean? But
Hit us with it.
last thing, because I really gotta. We already. Oh God, this is killing me. All right, I'm gonna just do one. This right here, and really based on what you said already.
Captivating.
All right,
I'll
number
be
one.
back. I'll try to
Number
come
one,
back.
do you feel like every nigga cheat?
I won't say every nigga cheat. I feel like if opportunity bring itself to the table, every person cheats. I won't say nigga, I say person.
All right, so you feel like people only as faithful as the opportunities?
Bingo.
All right, because I've heard that before with men. Like
I think that's with women too.
yeah, that's with women too.
Fuck yeah.
If you have a man that's
It's emotional cheating is emotional cheating.
Nah, I feel like women have more of an emotional connection to cheating than men do.
Well, I mean, it depends on the situation.
Because to me,
I feel like I feel like men cheat because they're not happy in their situation.
no,
No. No.
like me right now, my girl that I'm potentially might make a relationship with, there's nothing I could. She's doing everything that I can ask her to do.
Me right now, the guy that I'm dealing with, he's cheating on his girlfriend. And it's crazy because it's like you have to figure that shit out. And I really care about him. It's a fucked up situation to be in. I ain't even gonna lie, but I just feel like I don't know. I give him more value than she does, and I don't want to. And I'm not asking him to leave. I'm not asking him to leave.
Yes,
I
you
don't
are.
ask. No.
You want him to choose
No,
you?
I don't. No, I don't. That's the thing about me. No, it's a convenient fuck. It's a convenient situation. He knows that. He says that all the time. He jokes with me like, "You only fuck with me because I'm convenient." Bingo. It's a convenient situation.
Oh
like,
my God.
because how can I trust myself with you if
You're
we're
doing
cheating?
this, yeah.
How can I trust
understand that.
and vice versa? You'll never trust me, and I'll never
Yeah,
trust you.
yeah.
So how far are we gonna go?
Exactly.
So I feel like opportunity given, every person will cheat.
But at the same time, some of those situations are more black and white. They're easier to deal with psychologically to a degree, at least as a man, because it's like we know what's going on to a degree.
I appreciate he's honest with me.
Yeah.
I don't appreciate he's not honest with her. Because I feel like he should give her an opportunity to choose as well. As a woman, I feel like she should have that opportunity too. Because I know what I'm getting myself into, and she doesn't. So that's only like my take back from that. I tell them all the time.
What I say is that because I've never cheated on a girl. I call my girlfriend. I always say that, but when
you
I
say,
hear,
but you negate everything previously.
No. But what I'm saying is that I understand that having dick discipline is a part of being a high value man.
It's not dick discipline. We don't just have sex.
Huh?
We literally we do everything together. We hang out. We talk about his day.
Nah, that's fully cheat. See,
we talk about his day. We go out to dinner. We go out to lunch.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
We do a lot. We do a lot of things that he probably should do in his relationship.
That's what I'm saying.
And he chooses to do with me because he finds more value. He finds more value in me than in their situation, and it's fucked up to be. It's fucked up that I'm in that situation.
It's terrible.
I'm sorry.
It's terrible. But you know.
Sorry. Small ass nigga.
Oh my God.
I'm
all
sorry.
right. Say my next question. Last one.
You were in a relationship.
I'm not gonna play the whole thing. But
he asked me about relationship.
But just know.
And I just said I'm a cheater.
Just know.
I won't
research
be a cheater my whole
shows.
life. I promise
research
you,
shows.
I won't. I really care about this person.
Research shows 70% of women in 2024 have a backup boyfriend or backup plan.
Oh, for sure.
You're not gonna deny that?
No.
All right, let me ask you: the girls that you know, do they either cheat or have a backup plan?
The girl, okay. So my friends have been cheated on. They're in relationships and they're probably getting cheated on. And they don't have a backup plan. They want to be single like me. Because they hear about what I do and they hate me.
They want to be single. So that I've
The
heard
thing
this.
is that
Can I say one thing? They say wives want to be hoes and hoes want to be wives.
well, here's the thing. So let me tell you. I don't believe myself as a hoe. I will say that. With that being said, I have friends that their relationships just don't work out.
Yeah.
And it's because I just feel like in the beginning they're not honest with each other. You're not honest about what value you put on yourself.
Yeah.
And then you accept so much in the beginning. Then in the end you looking for somebody to change something. Then what the fuck are you looking for them to change? Because you accepted that in the beginning, and I was like, that's the protocol.
Yeah.
Bitch, that's the blueprint. That's the fucking blueprint.
Yeah.
So if you were okay with that in the beginning, why wouldn't you be okay with that in the end? And like realistically, cheating is not my game. Cheating is not my deal breaker.
No.
It's not.
No.
Cheating ain't my deal breaker. It's so many other things that I can like be like, I'm done with you on. Cheating is not my deal breaker. Just
no. Here's why. Like at one hand, there's guys that be like, that's great, but on the other hand, they'd be like, but I can't tolerate you cheating.
and that's totally fine. And I
can't tolerate you cheating. Listen,
but I'm not saying I don't want a guy. I'm not saying I want a guy to cheat on me. I'm not saying that I'm allowing you to cheat on me. What I'm saying is that's not my deal breaker. What I'm saying is that it's certain things you can talk to. It's certain people that's like for instance, you be like, hey, you see somebody in a domestic violence relationship.
Yeah.
And you say, how can they put themselves through that? That ain't their deal breaker.
Yeah.
Their deal breaker might be you cheating, and that's crazy.
Yeah,
but that's their deal breaker.
I'll be honest, as a guy that's lived in an apartment alone with a girl that's had cops called to the apartment by neighbors. Lived in that. Been there.
And she like, you know what? I still want to fuck with you.
Been there. And I'm like, now, mind you, I'm not a violent guy. But
it happens.
I can see how a nigga could be pushed to a point, you know what I mean? Because to me, it's like, one of my things is this. I'm not a drug dealer. I'm not a scammer. So everything I have, I worked hard for it to buy.
Yeah.
I have very little tolerance for my belongings being fucked with. Because.
Or your livelihood.
It's just like, I bought this. Like, if you're threatening like a piece of my equipment that I use for my, I'm just going to go ahead and stand in between you and my equipment. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? A real strong stance in between you and my equipment. It's more like I'm protecting my equipment.
You an NBA player when it comes to your opinion.
What's an NBA player?
You holding on to that block. You letting them charge.
What?
Is what you telling me. I'm taking that charge.
Yeah.
That's what you telling me. I'm taking that charge.
You're not about to have free reign.
Whatever charge is going to be.
I've been watching.
Domestic or whatever. I'm taking that charge. Whatever.
I'm like, dog. There's been times when I have recordings that I still have to this day where I'm like, I'm recording my shit in perfectly good condition. If anything happens, I'm pressing.
Something tells me you like that toxicity.
I don't. I'm not attracted to it
anymore.
Like, there was a time where I felt like I needed it in order for a woman for me to know that I fully have her psychologically. I have to feel. I have to be able to make her go through all of the emotional roller coasters. If I can't make her cry, if I can't make her yell, if she's not attached to me, I'm not trying to say I'm going to provoke that out of her, but if I can't elicit that emotion from her, that she's not invested in me to the degree that I need.
But that's how you grew up.
Huh?
That's how you grew up.
I'm just saying.
That's how you grew up. That's what you watched. You watched that relationship already. So
I'm just saying.
That's what you were used to.
If a girl's not.
Yeah, that's what you were used to. I'm sorry. That's what you were used to. That's the relationship.
I'm not saying I'm bringing that out of her. I'm just saying if you would have be honest, bro. If you were a girl with a relationship, if you're in a relationship with a girl, you call her your girlfriend.
That's what you're used to.
You
That's
say
a
you love
healthy
her.
relationship.
You say you love her.
That's an unhealthy
and she never cried over you, bro. You gonna say you was in love with a girl that never cried over you, bro?
Another nigga tell me bless you, I'm fucked.
What?
I'm just talking shit. It would just remind me of a song.
I'm just saying, how could a girl that never cried over you love you?
Why would I have to cry over you to show you I love you?
I'm not saying
my sacrifices could be different. I might not be the person that cry. I might be the person that my love language may be, you know what? I took this day off work to make sure that you were okay.
Yeah.
And I was gonna be there for you. And that's my love language because I stopped my money for you.
Yeah.
So why would I cry?
All right.
Me crying might not be where
Stop
I
it. No. Stopping money for me that's a level of submission. That's the whole thing.
So you're welcome.
Yeah.
Because that's what you want.
Yeah.
That's what you need.
Yeah.
And there you go. I say, you know what? Submissively, I'm not going to do this, but I'm going to do this. So if you looking, it's like
I can accept that.
Where you put value as to where that woman is, and it's where you are in that relationship and how you know that woman. So then when you know that woman, you know where she holds her value
exactly.
at. That's why it's a relationship, because ships always take you somewhere.
Jesus.
Just saying.
If that is the most woman
ships
perspective,
do take you places.
That's
ships take you places.
Wow.
So if you ain't taking me out to dinner, I can't fuck with you.
Wow. That I pray to God that nigga's like, oh, that you heard it here first, dog. That is a bar. That is a bar. Down the bar. That is a bar.
You got to get a new hookup so we can.
Yeah, for real. I need to Don DeMarco.
He's gonna have to take me somewhere. I'm not. He's gonna take me. He's gonna take me to go get milk and tea. Milk tea. I need milk tea.
Relationships and ships, they take you places.
Bingo. It's a ship. A situationship, friendship.
It's a ship.
I can't be drowning in the same water I started in.
Right.
If I'm
you gotta be
with you.
Right.
I ain't even about to play with you like
That's
that.
amazing.
And I ain't saying. What I'm saying is that every situation gotta add value.
I agree.
And if we not adding value into each
not,
other, what the fuck are we doing?
It don't make sense.
For?
It don't make sense, right? So look, here's what I say. Every episode is a time capsule. You gonna look back on this one day and be like, listen, I was a bad bitch talking my shit, and I was doing it in HD, and y'all gotta see it. So there's some chance you might play this back for someone at a later point in the future. So what is a message you have for older Virginia looking back on this? What do you want to say to your older self?
What would I like to say to my older self? That's a great question.
Virginia 10 years from now.
Virginia 10 years from now is that it's fucked up. It took you this long to follow your dreams. It's crazy. I don't know what you're scared of, but get your shit together and stop being scared. I don't care what it is. Do it. Jump into it and give caution to the wind. Because if you don't do it now, you're never going to do it. And right now, you're looking at yourself and saying, hey, I wish I should have did that shit. And that's what I get. That's the advice I give myself.
I love that. Go for it. Go for it. Grab life by the balls.
And forget whoever takes you out to dinner or you're submissive to. Because Charlie wants you to be submissive.
What? Listen. All I gotta say is this. Killing me. Listen, Charlie G, old Charlie G. Listen, if you're still alive and you listening to this as an old man,
you will be.
You must be successful because you worked your ass off. You're either successful or you probably suicidal because you like, I've been working my ass off for 30 years straight and it hasn't worked out because you're not gonna stop.
In a successful way.
You're not gonna, you gonna make it some type of way, Charlie G. But if you listening to this and you're an older man, just know this: your younger self, his feet hurt, his body hurt, but his spirit is at 100%, and that's why you kept going.
That sounds like a Negro spiritual.
However your spirit feels now as an older man, remember this: as a man about to turn 30 this year,
only 30?
Yeah, turning 30 this year. You had that fire in you still burning. You was ready to go. So if that fire is not still in you, remember, at 30 you are a fucking warrior, ready for anything, ready to keep going another year, Charlie G, nonstop. So don't forget that fire you had in you and keep it burning. That's my message to older Charlie G.
Nice.
You know what I mean? So
I like that. Keep on motivating older Charlie G.
I appreciate you coming. I appreciate you coming so much. I appreciate you so much.
Thanks for the invite.
No problem. No problem. You know what I mean? I appreciate everyone out there listening. You know
everyone.
I mean? Everyone. Virginia is a lovely guest. She's welcome back on the podcast, of course.
I want to come back.
Of course. You know what I mean? So with that, I have to say this. There's a lot of places your ears could be. I'm honored they chose to be with me. When in doubt, use calm honesty to express your vision. And most of all, thanks for listening.
Thank you for inviting me.